What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome back to Philly Take with RB. You know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you're always notified when I upload or go live. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Be sure to check us out. Leave a rating and a review. Shout out to everybody up in the chat, man. We got 40 up in here already. Guys, we are 21 hours away from the trade deadline. There has not been a lot going on so far, but I do expect it to pick up sometime soon. We are live for every Sixers game, play-by-play and reaction. We do regular podcast episodes. We do streams like this, talking Sixers, and we're going to have live call-ins. The channel members will get the first dibs at it. We'll do a couple calls. We'll talk some news. We got a lot to get into, man. Shout out to everybody. How's everyone doing up in the chat? What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you all being here. By the way, I want to announce as well, we will be live tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. All right. If you haven't yet, whether you're at work, school, whatever, mark it on your calendar. 1 to 3 p.m. Guys, we will be live reacting to all the trades going on in the NBA. If you guys don't know, the trade deadline is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We're going to be reacting live to NBA trades, hopefully some Sixers trades as well. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We know we got to make a move, right? Like, I don't think Daryl Morey is going to sit here and just be quiet. You know what I mean? I think we're waiting on something big. And I'm excited to see what happens. Shout out to all the channel members up in the building. All the Fire Take members. Shout out to my guy Oscar coming in with a $2 donation. Says for the barn door comment, love you, fam. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. You know I'm messing around, man. I love it, man. I love it. Oscar, appreciate you for the $2 donation. And shout out again to everybody up in the building. We'll be on here for a little while, you know. It's more of a hangout stream. We're here to talk. We're going to stay up. I'm going to try to stay updated here on Twitter as we go. And, you know, because Woj has been tweeting stuff out. There's been a lot of people throwing a lot of different things around today. And it's time to talk about it all. But how's everybody feeling about the trade deadline? Guys, let me know. What are you thinking for the Sixers? Do you think we're going to make a move? What do you think we should do? I've been saying for the longest, like, you know, if we go out and get a Kyle Lowry, I think it's going to come down to the last minute type of thing. But I definitely want to fill out the bench. I want to get some pieces that can come in here, backup guards, you know, a backup stretch, something like that. That's going to give us depth. We saw last night how pitiful our bench looked. We almost lost to the Warriors. Shout out to everybody, by the way, that was in there with me. It was like 1 a.m. and we stayed up the whole game. So shout out to everybody, man. And yeah, one announcement for the channel members. When we do start taking calls, they will I put the link in the community post for the members. So if you go over to the little community tab, and if you want to call in, the link will be there. Again, you can use video or you can use video and audio. It's up to you. You don't have to put on your video. You can just call in, talk. Maybe, you know, a minute or two for the call. You guys call. This is more about you guys, right? I've been talking a lot recently, making a bunch of content. This is about you guys calling in and saying, this is what the Sixers need to do. I want this guy, and here's why. You know what I mean? This is how I feel about the second half of the season. So we're going to dive all into it, man. Shout out to everybody in here. We got 134 guys. Hit that like for your boy. We've been grinding all week. We had a roundtable earlier this week with great content creators. We had a collab yesterday with Luca Rosano, Toronto Raptors creator, talking about a Lowry trade. We've been doing play-by-plays, and here we are today. Been a while since we did one of these live call-ins. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I see Barn5 up in here. Big Play Slay, what's going on? Billy Gordon, Philly fan all day. We got the members in the building, man. And like I said, the channel members will get first dibs at the calls. And after all them go, or anybody who wants to in the channel members, maybe like a little while after, I will drop the link in the chat for anybody else who wants to call in, and we'll try to do as many as we can, man. Shout out to let's see, Tuas Purdue Lejeune. I'm gonna try to. I hope I said that right. Tuas Purdue Lejeune. I probably botched that so hard, but shout out to Tuas for becoming a new Fire Take member. Welcome to the Fire Take Nation, home of the hottest takes, realest of the real. Unfortunately, since I'm not on my OBS, I don't have the sound effects pulled up right now. But next time we have a stream, I'm going to hit the air horn for you 3 times. All right, so be sure to come into the next play-by-play, which will be tomorrow night, guys. We're going to be streaming the trade deadline tomorrow afternoon, 1 to 3. And then we play again tomorrow at 10 o'clock p.m. It's going to be a grind, man. But shout out to everybody. And shout out to Tuis for becoming a Fire Take member. Show him some love in the chat, guys. Yes, sir. He says you can just call me Tuis. Awesome. Awesome. And next stream, I'm going to hit the air horn for you a couple times. So welcome to everybody up in the chat. Guys, before we get into the calls, all right, I have something I want to say. Clip it, put it on Twitter, put it on your mom's Facebook blog. Do what you got to do, all right? Anybody that's following the Sixers needs to hear this, okay? I can't tell you guys how many people on Twitter today are pissing me off, all right? And that's a usual thing with Sixers Twitter, but today it's to a different circumstance, okay? I can't tell you how many reporters I've heard today put out stuff like, oh, this guy's going here. Oh, per my sources, this is what I've heard. And everybody keeps buying into it. Guys, first and foremost, I told you that this was going to be a quiet deadline. Did I not? Because of the pandemic. The same thing happened with the NFL trade deadline. It's really been like all smoke, no fire so far in this deadline. There's really been nothing, okay? And the deadline is tomorrow. We knew it was going to be a quiet deadline. It's going to have a lot of last-minute things. There's not going to be a huge splash. There's going to be a lot of activity in the buyout market as well. But can we stop with this complaining? Guys, oh, I need a move now. Stop. Relax. We have a GM in Daryl Morey who has a proven track record of making a move, who has a track record of doing whatever he can in his capabilities to come out here and put his team in position to make a run in the playoffs. Okay? Can we stop sitting here and oh, I need a trade right now? Guys, relax. We have until 3 p.m. tomorrow. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm never going to, try to come up here and say, oh, I said this and I never said it. No, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Daryl Morey is not going to sleep tonight. He's going to be nonstop working, trying to get us any trade he can. He's not going to give up too much. He's going to do the smart thing for the team. So please stop buying into this reporter from A, B, and C or XXX network said this. Said Kyle Lowry likes cheesesteaks, so he's coming. Like, come on, bro. Can we stop? Use your head. The Sixers and Miami has been listed as a destination for Kyle Lowry because they have things to give. Look at the sense. Daryl Morey has said all season he is not going to use the chess pieces in the wrong way. He's going to wait for the right moment, and then he's going to strike. So if the right thing is there, he's going to do it. Okay? That's what I have to say. Stop being impatient because it's very, very annoying. What else did I want to say? Right. The Brooklyn Nets. Just 1 second about the Brooklyn Nets, okay? If you guys haven't seen, KD is nowhere to be found. I don't know when he's coming back. Kyrie Irving is taking off like a weekend, I think, just for the heck of it, for family reasons, he said. But last time he took off and it was just to take a break. He needed some time. I don't know what's going on with the Nets, all right? They have talent. They're going to be a deep, second, third round playoff team. But these are the kinds of things I'm talking about. How, like, if I'm on the Brooklyn Nets, if I'm a member of that team, I'm going to feel some type of way when Kyrie just says, all right, I'm going to leave. I'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, there's just little things that I think a lot of people don't think about. And then they come at me and others like, oh, well, the Nets have the most talent. They're going to win the championship. A lot of times the team with the most talent does win. But there are these little chemistry things. Yeah. Someone said it was Kyrie's birthday. He might just be taking off for his birthday. Who knows? I don't think Kyrie likes the game of basketball. I really don't. I think he's just there to get his money, and that's it. But I don't know, okay? I don't know. I'm just saying there's these little chemistry things with the way the Sixers are playing. Really enjoying the way that our team is clicking together. And one more thing about the Nets. It appears to me, and this is from an actual credible source, that JJ Redick might be active on the buyout market, and he might be headed to the Brooklyn Nets. If that happens, I'm going to be pissed off, all right? It's close to his home. But I don't want to see JJ Redick go to the Nets, okay? I really don't. Some of you people think Redick's washed. Yeah, he's not the same he was years ago. but he's another great shooter. And if he was able to come to Philly in the buyout market, I would welcome it any day of the week. You got to remember, his defense was bad, right? But it got exposed more because Brett left him on an island all the time. Does Doc do that with everybody? No, not necessarily. So, just my opinion. Shout out to all 190 in the chat, guys. Hit the like and sub for your boy. We're out here grinding again. We're going to be on here taking some calls very soon. And then tomorrow we will be streaming 1 to 3, the trade deadline, and tomorrow night's game. Okay. Now that is off my mind, one more thing before we get into a couple calls here. And again, channel members, hit the members community post and hit the link if you are willing to join. If not, it's all good. And yeah, let me share my screen for a second here, guys. So as you can see here, I think you guys can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. And by the way, if any moves happen, guys, during this stream, like if we're on a call, I'm sorry. Like I'll get you back in as soon as I can. But if a move happens while we are doing this stream, we're going to live react to it right now. We're going to come out here and live react right away. So shout out to everybody in here and let's have a good time, man. Let's hang out and talk some trade stuff. Okay. Anyway, this was put out last night during our play-by-play right at the beginning. This I actually believe, okay? And if you haven't followed me on Twitter, be sure to do so at RBPhillyTake. Woj put this out about Kyle Lowry and Norman Powell. We know they are on the market, guys. And in terms of the Raptors, I really do think that weeks ago, remember when I said it's going to depend on what they do? I think that the leverage really sat with the Raptors. Now, I don't think they have as much leverage. They want to trade these guys. They want to retool. There is no reason they want to keep that contract on their books. The Sixers and the Heat are reported as the favorite destinations. And earlier on ESPN, I was watching, they said the Lakers are also a sleeper team. You know what that is? That's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of let's push this price up for Philly and Miami. There's no way that the Lakers are going to be in on this, in my opinion. But anyway, he put this out about Lowry and Powell, and this is what he said. He said, besides Lowry, the Sixers have shown interest in other guards like Powell, Lonzo Ball, and George Hill. These are all guys we've talked about on the channel. Would like any of them at all. George Hill is one of my top guys. I put it on my post yesterday, and I think that George Hill would be a great kind of experienced vet off the bench. Come in, 10 points a game, facilitate and hold his own on a defensive end, and really man that second unit. We need experienced guys off the bench, no doubt about it. Lonzo Ball would be a multi-position defender. He's been shooting better, and I think he could play 1 through 3 off the bench. I would not mind it, but you would have to look at, is he going to get an extension? And the same thing goes for Lowry. Apparently, Kyle Lowry wants an extension done before he gets traded, and the Raptors are kind of putting it in his hands. So whatever happens really is going to be, can we also get a deal worked out in addition to a trade? So we're going to talk about a bunch of trade packages. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you have any ideas for trade packages. I'm just putting this out there. Pretty much just talked about Lowry and Powell. I wouldn't mind either one, and I think the Raptors are going to try aggressively to move those guys. And let me see. Here it is. Philly and Miami are interested in Lowry, but they have both shown restraint in how far they will go to get a deal. They will have both shown restraint, so they're not going to overpay. And I think, like I said, that the Raptors are going to do what they can. They might settle for less to get him out of there. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. Shout out to all 285 in the chat, guys. Hit that like and sub button for your boy. We're here going to talk about the trade deadline. A lot of great content up in here. Shout out to everybody. We're grinding, man. Appreciate everybody being here. Shout out to Philly fans in SD. Coming with a $2 donation and a great channel member as well. Thank you so much. Says, don't kill the chemistry with a big move. What do you guys think? I agree. I think we have a chemistry that is special. I think we have a chemistry that is special that you don't want to mess with. I'm not trading Ben, Toby, or Joe. We're past that point, right? We're past that point. That's not happening. We're not getting Bradley Beal. We're not getting Zach LaVine. Those guys, I doubt, are even being moved. Larry's probably the biggest guy that can swing something at this deadline. And in addition to that, there are other role players that we're going to try to target in this trade deadline. So I agree with Philly fans and SD. We are clicking right now. If you get Lowry, I think he can complement Ben Simmons. You guys have more so sold me on that idea. I think you could put Lowry next to Simmons, and I think it would be it'd be pretty interesting. So that's just my thoughts on it. Philly fans and SD, thank you so much. And we got Cool Man Trev, a great member of mine, coming in. Guys, show him some love in the chat. I don't have the sound effects, but shout out to my guy, Cool Man Trev, coming with a $50 donation. Trev, thank you so much, bro. Means more to you know, and I really appreciate it. Says, yes, sir, this was for the win. No matter what happens, we will still be Philly strong. Yes, sir. I'll do it myself. Yes, sir. I agree, bro. Last night was an emotional roller coaster. There was a lot that went into that. But all I care is that we got a W in the standings, man. That's it. And we are atop the East, guys. We got to remember that sometimes. We're atop the East. We're not fifth seed. We're not a fourth. No, we're on top of the East. We've been playing a great brand of basketball. We're going to keep our core together, and we're going to add the surrounding cast and try to make a run here. I really think we can. So I'm loving it. Shout out to Trev again. Thanks so much, bro. Philly strong, positive vibes as always. But all right, man. I think I've talked enough. We're gonna get a couple calls going in here, and then we'll keep staying up to date with all the news. I got some other things I want to talk about, other trades, other pieces. But look, this is a chance again for you guys to come in here and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think, who you want, why, what are the Sixers going to do? Whatever you feel. We're going to try to get some calls going here. Trev, thank you so much. And again, one more time, the members, hit the member community post if you would like to call in. Members will get first dibs, and later on we will open it up to others who would like to go on and give their opinions. And hit that like for your boy, man. Let's see. We got 100 likes in the chat. You guys are the realest, man. Hit that like and sub for your boy. We're going to be here. And I want to hear from you guys, man. I want to hear from you guys. And shout out to my guy, Tuis, our newest member. Show him some love in the chat, coming in with a $5 donation. He says, a lot of debate on this question, so I want to know, who do you think has a higher trade value, Thibault or Maxey? You guys let me know in the chat. If you've been on my things, you know what I'm thinking, man. I think Thibault, I think both have a high trade value. But here's what I'm saying to us. I'm not giving up Matisse Thybulle. See, there's certain players where a lot of what they do doesn't show up on the stat sheet. You know what I mean? There's a lot from last night, for example, that Matisse did to impact the game that didn't show up on the stat sheet. If you ask a casual fan from another team, they're going to say, Matisse who? Oh, I've heard of him. Wasn't he like a former first-round pick? No. But if you ask a Philly fan, you know what they're going to say? He's one of the best young defenders I've ever seen. This guy is all over the court, 4 or 5 steals a game. He's unbelievable. When he's locked in, he's a 3-point shot away from being elite. You know what I mean? So, in my opinion, from the outside view, maybe a Tyrese Maxey because he's athletic and, you know, he was pretty much primed in this draft. But overall, I like Maxey. I'm not putting him on the table for anything. Just my opinion. We're going to talk about a potential trade, what we need to get Kyle Lowry. Shout out to my guy Luca up in the chat. Again, we did a great collab yesterday. If you have not yet, check it out, guys. Luca, great Raptors content creator, and sub him up as well. He's awesome, man. Shout out to all the fire take emojis up in the chat. I'm loving it, guys. Hit that like and sub button. And with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get a call going, man. Let's get a call going. We got Braden. What's going on, Braden?
Yo, nothing much. So I want to talk about some trade rumors that I just kind of heard. Like, just I didn't really hear it, but I heard some people saying it. Malcolm Brockman and Victor Oladipo. Some people have been saying it here and there. Not a lot, but some. So what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, Oladipo, I don't think the contract is going to work out because he's going to want an extension. He's going to want a 4-year extension. That he's turned down offers from the Rockets, from the Pacers. He's turned down deals. In terms of Brogdon, I've heard that in a recent day. I don't know if the Pacers are going to sell, to be honest. I've heard Sabonis. I've heard Brogdon. I don't know if they're going to sell. So
Yeah, I don't
I'm not too high on either one. But if Brogdon was available, I wouldn't mind it. He was we could have gave him the money we gave Al Horford, but just my opinion.
I think Malcolm Brogdon is really good, and I do think he is an all-star. But I also think that the money we're gonna give him, and also what we're using for us, like yeah, he can play the small forward, but besides that,
Yeah.
what are we gonna use him for? And for Victor, same thing. And also,
Oladipo's got the health concerns. Brogdon is a nice two-way guard.
Oladipo's too much to like handle.
Yeah, he's going to want an extension, and you got the health concerns. I'm not really huge on Oladipo. He might get moved, who knows? But in terms of Brogdon, I mean, if he's available, yeah, but I don't really buy all the hype around it. But
I don't either.
Yeah, man.
But my next thing is I don't think we should trade Tyrese Maxey at all.
Okay.
Because or Missy Cyber, they're probably tied in value. Because like you said, if you ask a Lakers fan that doesn't watch Philly content, they're gonna say, "Who is he? Yeah, isn't he like a guy who averages like 2 points and get like a steal a game? He's not very good." But to Sixers fan, he's very valuable because he can get steals. He plays good defense, and he's developing an offense still. And in terms of Maxey, for me, I would never trade a rookie that we selected with our first-round pick.
Yeah, I think Maxey's going to be great. I think his ceiling is high, but I think Doc takes time to develop players. The question you got to ask yourself, are we in win mode now? Is this the time to go and make a splash that may put us over the top? And it depends how you feel about that.
But also we don't want to ruin our team chemistry. And another thing is, like, I don't like Kyle Lowry, and I don't like Lonzo Ball. I think we might make a small move, but not that big of a move.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a good amount of role players. We'll get something going, but I don't expect Morey to stay quiet.
Yeah, and I don't like Danny Green. I do not like him. I just don't think he's a good player.
Yeah, I feel the same. But then the next night, I love him. I mean,
I
feel like he knows
you despise him. The other night, you love him.
Yeah, he knows the offense. He knows his role, and I think he stepped it up lately. So I don't know if I'm trading Danny Green. He'd be the piece in a lot of trades, but who knows how it's going to go. I don't think we're going to get rid of him. I just have a feeling. But let me get your final thoughts up in here. What do you think? Sixers make a move?
Yes, I think I'll give I think at 2:58 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time, the Sixers will trade a second-round pick and Danny Green for Victor Oladipo. I just have a feeling they could do that.
All right. Second-round pick and Danny Green for Oladipo. There you go.
The reason why I have a feeling is I don't want Victor Oladipo, but I have a feeling the Sixers could do that trade. I just have a weird feeling.
There you go.
If not that, they would trade for a solid role player like George Hill or Norm Powell or whatever his name is.
Yeah. I mean, again, you never know with Daryl Morey. Shout out to my guy up here, Braden, man. Philly fan all day. Great channel member, by the way. And you got a lot of insight for being a young kid.
And
you're like a young me.
I try to be in every stream, but I can't sometimes. Like yesterday and
it's all good.
And tomorrow I can't. It's a 10
It's late games, man. It's late. You got school, But hey, appreciate you calling in.
Maybe for an hour I can hang in there.
Yeah, always. Well, I'm gonna see about your trade tomorrow. Again, we'll be live streaming the trade deadline tomorrow, and we'll see if this trade happens.
For the first hour, I'm probably not going to tune in because I'm at school. But for the last hour, I'll be up in there.
Yes, sir, baby. Hey, appreciate the call, my guy. Shout out to Braden. Peace. Thank you, my man. Second and Danny Green for Victor Oladipo. What are you guys thinking of that? Let's see. Maxey's our future and Danny's our good luck charm. Interesting. Guys, we got 310 in the chat. Hit that like and sub for your boy, man. We're up in here talking trade deadline stuff, latest news, rumors. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, but I'm trying to get your guys' insight. What do you think? I see people asking about the link. Guys, the link will be dropped in a little while to the public, but the channel members get first crack at it. So we'll keep on doing that. And let's see, we got Aaron Cabbage up in here. Aaron, what's going on, man?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you loud and clear.
Hey, man, I was just thinking about like Tyrese Maxey versus Matisse Thybulle, man. Look, Tyrese Maxey is gonna be great. Like he's gonna be when he learns to get a jumper, when he gets that, man, he's gonna be exceptional. And I think he's gonna be a better player, all said and done, than Matisse Thybulle is. But I would rather trade him because I think this team for this year and next year and maybe the year after that, we need Matisse Thybulle and his defense more than we need Tyrese Maxey and what he can bring right now. So I don't know, but I would definitely, rather have like Matisse for the run.
Let me tell you, I don't know if I disagree with that. Now, I think if Matisse gets a jump shot, I think they're different players, but I think both of them have high ceilings. I do not disagree with that. But like you said, is the time now? Is the time now for us to go and make a push that puts us over the top? Does Kyle Lowry put us over the top? Can we agree to an extension? You know what I mean? So I don't really want to trade Thybulle. I think his defense is going to be huge in the playoffs, but I hear you. If I have to trade Maxey, I guess I would. I think he's going to be great. But again, is our window now? Is this Joel Embiid's time to win? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I like Kyle Lowry a lot. He's from Phillies. He's got that dog in him, Yeah. But I might take like Lonzo Ball if he's cheaper, just because one, he's younger, and two, he can do a lot of the things Lowry can do, and he's exceptional off ball as well. And I wouldn't mind Lonzo whatsoever. But those are my two guys I'd rather have.
Yeah, I heard Lonzo was coming up in a bunch of different rumors. The Bulls, Atlanta, the Clippers, like a bunch of stuff. I think the package for Lonzo is going to be a little larger, but more than people think. But I don't want to trade for a rental Lonzo. You know what I mean? Like if we get Lonzo, I don't want him to leave in the summer. Like I feel like we'll give up too much for that. I don't know if he puts us over the top. But if the price is right, I know Daryl Morey won't be afraid to strike.
Yeah. I completely agree. You don't want to like pay for like Jimmy Butler like we did. But I also. Absolutely. I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me that we're after last year, how quick it turned around, and then we're at this position as a team. It's incredible,
dude. I'm trying to tell these people, man. Look at, for example, at the Flyers, the Eagles. Like things can flip so fast. The position we're in right now, I still feel like people take it for granted. I still feel like they do. Like we're the best team in the East. You got to appreciate what we're seeing from Joe, from Ben, what Doc Rivers doing for these guys. Like it's not every year you're going to be playing the best ball in the East. So. I don't know, man. I think we could do something special this year. I do.
I think. Look, if we get Kyle Lowry, man, I think we're front runners. I'm not afraid of the Bucks, not at all. I think we can. We might sweep, honest to God. But I think the Nets are worrisome. But their defense, who's gonna guard Joe? Who's gonna guard Tobias? Like Tobias can back down like every one of the guys except for like, and Ben's gonna guard either what's his name, either KD or Harden, and he can totally take Harden out of a game. We've seen that before, and I don't know, he probably could do bits on KD as well. So I think we have a really good chance to win, to do it all this year.
We have a huge chance, and like you said, it's going to be a good series if we end up playing the Nets. There's mismatches on both sides, so I definitely think we could take them, and we have the system in place that can win in the playoffs. But shout out to you, man. Great takes. Thanks for calling in, my guy.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Appreciate you, man.
Love your channel, my dude. Take care.
Yes, sir. Wow. He's right, man. Like, who on the Brooklyn Nets is guarding Joel Embiid? Like, nobody. Who are they going to get? Andre Drummond? He's a good player, but is he still the same? No. Blake Griffin? No. These people, in terms of the Bucks, he's right. Like, I want to see Giannis. I want him to cry on the court. I want Joel to sit on the court and just make fun of him, man. Like, he really started flexing. He started flexing, and we didn't even have Joel Embiid. That's some funny stuff, man. Let's go ahead and get Trev up in here. Trev, what's going on, man?
What's up, RB? Can you hear me fine?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Cool, man, right. Trev?
Yep, of course.
My guy, what's going on, man?
Much, man. Honestly, you said it best yesterday. It's like 1 minute you see this team, you want to trade people. Then you see a fourth quarter like that.
Yep.
It's like who do you want to get rid of now?
It's a Philadelphia thing. It's back and forth. Back and
no.
forth. I can't hear you.
Hold on one. I had to get rid of the YouTube.
Gotcha.
So no, my take is this. I think Lowry would be a really good asset, but how much are we willing to give up for him?
Right. I mean, that's the question, you know. Do we want to give up part of our future? Do you think we can win now?
Exactly. It's like something I respect about the Sixers that actually crushed me with the Nets because when I was younger, I used to be a Nets fan. You know what I mean?
Wait, you used to be a Nets fan.
I was born in Jersey. That's why.
So when did you switch?
When I started traveling a little more, I started getting to know basketball a little more. I love the Philadelphia atmosphere. I love the cult I love the loyalty. I love the rush. I love the aggressiveness that people get. It's just the loyalty, the love that the Philadelphia fans have for their teams. You know.
Yes, sir.
I have no other fan base, and that's something I could respect a lot. Because
I got you, man. As long as you didn't switch this past year, you know, or the last couple of years. Oh
no, not one of those. I think I switched back in like.
Oh man, that's some good stuff.
You know what I mean? But not like I still would watch the Nets on download because my dad's a Brooklyn Nets fan. Oh, and we'll always be a Nets fan, you know, from born and raised in Jersey. So,
right.
And I'm like, I lost respect for them because they're not trying to build a team; they're trying to pay for a team.
Yep, there you go. We're up. Hey, we're in here, man. I want to take down the Nets, man. I want to take down the Nets. So, in terms of your Kyle Lowry thing, would you give up our future? Like, would you push it over the edge? And would you go all in to try to beat the Nets this year? What do you think?
Oh, I feel honestly, with the team we have, I'm saying healthy. Like, let's not get it twisted. I'm saying all healthy.
Health is a huge factor.
Could still beat the Nets
right now.
Every day.
Right now,
yeah, right now.
Okay, all right. I like it. I like it though.
How I am. I'm positive all the way. I love
the positivity, man. Yes, sir.
I don't try to get that negative energy, man. I'm always positive. That's just how I am, you know.
I love it, man. I love the positive vibes. I wouldn't be look, I still want to upgrade the team, but I don't think we're as far from winning the East as people might think, you know. I feel like we get underrated. I think we have a great team. I think Doc has put the right system in place, and I think our guys are really developing that chemistry. You're right though about the health. Huge point. We got to stay healthy. But look, nobody on the Nets is guarding Embiid, but what do you think? You think we make a trade before tomorrow? What do you think?
All right. If we were going to trade anyone, that's the question. It's like, who do we trade? Because we build the team too much. So where if we trade, what's going to happen? Then you bring in a new energy, then that you got to adapt to the said energy. Even though I'm not going to lie, Kyle Lowry would be a great asset to the team. Great asset. Ben would definitely work off each other. Even though I think he's one of the biggest babies in the world, but
hey, if he's here, I'm gonna have to learn to love him. Hashtag floppy to Philly. Look, I think what you're hinting at is like if the right deal is there, Daryl Morey's not going to be afraid to go out and get it done. You know what I mean? But if not, then we fill out our bench or we do what we got to do. But positivity, man. We're gonna be positive till tomorrow. Let's hope something can get done. It's been quiet so far. Let's see what we can do. You know.
Big facts.
Hey, appreciate the call, my guy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it as always, and the support too. One of the best,
problem. Man. My stimulus job, maybe I.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. We'll talk, man. Yes, sir. I think if the right move is there, I don't think Daryl Morey's going to wait, man. I don't think he's going to hesitate. I just think he doesn't look. This is how negotiations work. You start at the top, then you offer low, and then you meet somewhere in the middle, right? But I think Daryl Morey, he's got a good, what's the word? He's got a good feel like around the league of these other GMs. He's made one of them. He's one of the most trading GMs there are. I don't think Daryl Morey is lost or anything. I think he's going to come out here and make the right move. SwimCon says how to become a member. The link is in the description, man. If you want to become a member, it's monthly and it's not that much, but check it out down low. Let's get to some of these super chats real quick. We got Cameron coming in with a $5 donation. Thank you, Cameron. Says, if we trade for Lowry, we can start Tease and move Seth to the bench. Lowry will handle the lack of offense in Tease, and it will make the bench stronger. Interesting. So are you saying that Danny Green is included in a trade? Because in my eyes, if we get Kyle Lowry, he's going to play either probably the one. Like, look, we're going to play positionless basketball, but Simmons is going to likely move to the 3. You want to keep Tobias playing the 4. Ben can guard small forwards. And then, in my opinion, you keep Danny Green in the starting lineup. But I would love to move Seth Curry to the bench. You got a backcourt of Seth Curry and Shake Milton. I've been preaching this since before the season. Seth Curry thrives in the 6-man role. That is what he thrives in. I think it would be Lowry, Danny Green, Simmons, Toby, and then Joe. And then Thibault, Seth, and Shake off the bench. I think that'd be lethal, man. I would like it. Shout out to Seth coming in with a $5 donation. Seth, thank you so much. Says, yo, RB, how do I call in? Shout out to you, Seth. Look, Seth and all the members, guys, if you go to the community tab, and for all the members, there will be a post with the link to call in. It should be there. I don't even think you got to exit the video. You can just minimize, go to the community tab, hit the link, and you'll come up on in here, man. Appreciate that, Seth. And we got another new Fire Take member in the building, Danny Saint. Shout out to you, my guy. Welcome to the Fire Take Nation, home of the hottest takes, realest of the real. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I don't have the sound effects right now, but tomorrow during our play-by-play, if you and our other new member, Tuis, come in, we'll hit that air horn for you a couple times. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Show them some love in the chat. Shout out to all the Fire Take members in here, guys. Look, we got one more coming in. We'll talk about something after this that I want to talk about, but all great ideas so far. Kyle Lowry. It seems like a lot of people are on Lowry. What else? Are we going to fill out the bench? Is there like a move that we make and it's like nobody's expecting it? Do we not make any moves? Is that a possibility? Guys, call in, shout out to the members, and we'll open it up to the others soon. Let's go ahead and get on Cat on the Moon. Great supporter of the channel. Cat, what's going on?
Hey, RB, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Oh, another day, another dollar.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but yes, sir. So the things I had going through my mind, twofold. One, I definitely believe the Sixers, the way they're built now, could probably beat any team in the East in a 7-game series, except the Nets. If the Nets are completely healthy, they have KD, Harden, and Kyrie. I just don't know if we have quite enough firepower to get past them. So my thing is, if you want to make a run this year, you got to add somebody. The only 2 people that I'd really like to get would probably be Lonzo Ball or obviously Kyle Lowry, which everybody's talking about. I think Lonzo Ball would be a great ball handler off the bench. Every time Ben has been out this year, we've desperately needed a ball handler to get everybody good looks. And Lonzo Ball could definitely fill that need. But my second train of thought is that this team has progressed so beautifully all year. And I really hate to break up what we have now. I don't want to give up Thibault. I don't want to give up Shake. I don't want to give up Seth. Yep. So it's a tough situation to be in. And what I also love, if I can say one more thing.
No problem. Go ahead.
Daryl Morey. Oh, thank you. Daryl Morey has done such an amazing job of letting Doc coach. There has been no rash decisions. It was only a few months ago that everybody was saying trade Ben because he was only averaging 13 points a game. But I mean, everything, all the waves. Just a few weeks ago, Dwight was getting like 20 fouls a game, and we were saying, "Hey, get Boogie or get Drummond or whatever." But yeah, that's my take on the whole situation. It's tough. You don't want to break up the chemistry. I don't know if we got enough to get past the Nets just yet.
I don't know if we do either, especially, fully healthy, if their guys are together. I want to start on the last thing you said. Thank you for bringing up Daryl Morey. I think that's a huge point. There was that whole thing in Houston about Daryl and Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni wanted to space the floor, 5 out, and just let James Harden ISO all day. I think there is a good bond between Daryl and Doc. I think they're highly communicating, and that is how you get done what needs to be done. That's how you get the right pieces to fill the system. So great point there. Again, Lonzo Ball, great. I would love to get Lonzo Ball for this team. Is he going to put us over the top? I don't know. But what I do know is that he's a great player, and he keeps improving every year. For me, as long as you keep the daddy drama out of it, I'm fine with it. And if you can sign this guy or at least come on some type of agreement, because I feel like we're going to have to give a lot up, what do you think it's going to take to get Lonzo Ball? And are we going to be able to extend him? Because I'm not giving up a first rounder, Tyrese Maxey or whatever else for a rental. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. You've got the same problem with Kyle Lowry as well. I mean, are these guys rentals? I think that with the current organization we have, it's enticing for people to come and to stay. We've got a winning culture. And why the past offseason did we get Doc? Did we get Daryl? Because people want to play with Embiid. People want to play with Ben Simmons. So I think it's an attractive destination in a large market.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that Pete, again, I feel like people have this Philadelphia history where they're like, all right, we have Elton Brand. I'm scared we're not going to make a move. No, we will make them. People got to stay patient. They got to remember we have Daryl Morey now. This guy's a home run swinger. He's not going to stay quiet at the deadline unless the deals are just absurd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I definitely agree with what you were saying earlier. I think it's going to be pretty quiet. It was has been a weird year with COVID and everything going on. But that's what makes sports exciting. You never know what's going to happen, and it's always exciting when it does.
Yep. Can't wait to see what happens. Thanks for the call, Kat. Great supporter of the channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, RB.
Appreciate it. Shout out to we got some more members coming in here. Let me just shout out Cameron Mitnick coming in and joining the Fire Take Nation. Welcome, Cameron, home of the hottest takes, realest of the real. Again, next stream, come in and we'll hit the air horn for you. Shout out to Cameron. Thank you for joining the Fire Take Nation. Guys, give us your thoughts up in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of different things. These calls are going well. Let's get on Vic. Vic, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, RB?
Yo, what's up, my guy? How you feeling?
I'm pretty good. I'm a little anxious about tomorrow, considering, as you could tell, I'm a Heat fan. But I live in Philly, so, I have a little bit of love for the Sixers at the same time.
So we got a Miami fan up in here. All right. What are you guys giving up for Kyle Lowry? Let's hear it.
I mean, you guys heard all of the talk, debate amongst, I'll just give you what's going on in the Heat community. I mean, should we give up Hero? Is Robinson, do you think that we should move him? Mm-hmm. But something that's really surprising that people don't really talk about, at least outside the Heat community, is the value that Kendrick Nunn has. Just thinking about if you really want to hold on to Hero, we should definitely at least consider trading away Nunn, or at least we could give up Hero. But we already have I personally think a future star guard in Kendrick Nunn, that guy this season so far, and even last season before he caught COVID before the bubble, that guy was quietly putting up some games 20 points a game, and if you see the highlight reels, that guy he finishes really well at the rim. He's definitely improved on defense, on ball and everything, and that guy. If you haven't seen any Heat games, we have like I think like 26th, 27th in offense, because our shooters are just really cold. So, they're just thinking about like the amount of like trade assets that we have. Like I definitely see like think that like we do have a lot of guards on our squad that like we can like part with to get Lowry.
Yeah, let me say Kendrick Nunn. I agree with you. I think he was a young stud last year, came out of nowhere. I think the bubble kind of hurt him. I know he got benched a little bit by Spoelstra. Look, let me just be honest. The Miami Heat have been on a tear lately. They're a team I don't want to play. You guys started out rough and you guys got hit bad. But now you guys are coming into the way. I think you guys are like 4th or 5th. Look, I think it's going to be a good kind of a showdown here between the Sixers and the Heat. Whoever goes out and tries to get a guy like Kyle Lowry, if that is kind of the wave, But for you guys, I think Kyle Lowry would fit in. You might have to give up Tyler Hero, but
and that's like the whole thing. Like like I haven't bought a Hero jersey yet, because I was thinking like what's going to be the future with him. But I'm a Villanova student, so if we get Lowry, bro, like you bet I'm gonna get a Lowry Heat jersey. Like
I'm a Villanova fan. I never have liked Kyle Lowry. He flops, he cries, he complains and moans. But you know what? If he comes here, I gotta learn to love him, man. We'll see what happens. But shout out to you, by the way, for being a Heat fan and being a member of the channel. I respect that.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. Man.
So something I wanted to know really quick. So like about like the Sixers. So like you talk about like Daryl Morey and like just the whole overall attractiveness of like the Sixers. I think it's like really interesting how like the two like teams that are involved with the whole like Lowry trade are like arguably I think like two of the most attractive franchises and like storied franchises of the NBA so far. And something that I'm wondering is like the whole talk about Lowry, you've probably seen like Woj and and like all over Twitter, if either of us were to sign Lowry has specifically said that he wants a 2-year extension at the very least. If he wants to consider joining that team. So like, what do you think about like that? Do you think that, that the Sixers should entertain that kind of offer with him, or, should it just be like a half-season rental and like, peace out, go look for another team in RFA?
I'll be honest. I think Kyle Lowry is getting up there in age, but I mean, he's still playing good ball. If I'm the Sixers, I'm not trading for him unless I'm signing an extension. I agree with him on that. I'm not giving up our future for a half-year rental because I think I don't think the Sixers' time is just now. I think it's a window opening up over the next couple of years. So I see the same thing with Miami, to be honest. So I think it's going to have to include an extension, and I think that is going to hinge on whether a deal gets done. If Kyle Lowry wants 25, 30 a year, I'm not doing it. But if they find a middle ground, he would love to come home to his home city, and I think it could get done, man. But it's going to hinge on that extension, and whether they're able to work that out by tomorrow is questionable. So,
yeah, it's just either him, go back to his hometown, or go play with his one of his close friends, JB.
It could definitely swing the east. It could swing the east. But hey, Vic, shout out to you, man, for calling in. Thank you so much, my guy.
Thanks, RB.
And appreciate you for being a Heat fan, having the guts to come up here and talk. I respect that, man. I respect it.
Thanks, RB. Later.
Appreciate the insight, man. See all the people talking in the chat about Tyler Hero, Sixers, Heat. Let me know, guys. What do you think is going to happen? Again, shout out to all the callers so far. Great calls so far. Great calls. Let's get my guy Seth up in here. Seth, what is good, man?
Yes, sir. What's up with you, RB?
Sir, what's good, bro? What is up, my guy? Yes, sir.
So first of which, thank you for having me on, man. I love what you do. Keep rocking, man. You're the best in the business. Watch everybody else, but I'm rocking with you 100.
One of my best members, man. I appreciate you 100% all the way.
So what I want to talk about is, number one, I love you, Vic, but bro, how do you live in Philly and you're a Heat fan, bro? How does that? Like, I don't understand that, bro. Villanova, but Heat.
Philly,
but
we're the same thing.
But he got balls coming on. I'll give him that.
Let us know in the chat. I'm loving this. Go ahead, keep going.
But anyway, I'm not afraid of the Nets, man. I'm not afraid of the Bucks. I'm not afraid of Boston. I don't know why all these people worried about them. Who's covering Embiid, bro? Who's covering Embiid? You know, no one on there covering him.
That's the answer. Nobody.
So I feel like we make a move, it's all good and dandy, but I'm kind of with Doc. I'm cool with the roster the way it is, man. Yeah, I think we need a bench piece. Yeah, I really don't want to mess with the chemistry of the starting five, to be honest with you, but I'm cool with moving Seth to the bench and bringing in somebody like that. But I really don't want Lowry either, man. He's old, you know what I mean? I don't like you said, I don't want a rental. I want a player to come in, be here 3 or 4 years and build chemistry with Ben and Joel.
Absolutely.
That's
Great
what I
point.
want.
The Sixers have the chemistry. Like we've been preaching, me and you, guys like me and you have been preaching this since the beginning of the year. Brett Brown and Doc Rivers, not a big difference. Players, talent. I get that. But you got to have this, this sort of like camaraderie with your team. Philly has it right now. So I'm not trying to mess up one of the big three for sure. And like you said, I'm trying to fill out the team. I don't trust Furkan Korkmaz in a playoff series. I don't know if I trust Shake Milton yet in a playoff series.
I hear you.
So I think we got to fill out the team, but I don't think we're going to go overboard,
Yeah, I agree, man. And I don't really want them to. Like, I don't want to give up our future for anybody, man. The only really guys that I would like is like Norman Powell. You know me, I'm a big Carmelo guy, but he got hurt. Yeah, but a big Carmelo guy, like somebody that ain't going to cost. Norman Powell probably is going to cost a little bit, but someone who ain't going to cost a ton that we can bring in and we can kind of change the bench around a little bit, or even put him in the starting five and have a guy out of our start and go on the bench and make an impact.
Even Norman Powell is going to decline his player option for $11 million. He's going to cost more as well. So I think there's a lot of long-term repercussions of this whole thing. But definitely great insight. And I'm with you, man. I've been catching heat ever since I made that trade video about Harden going to the Nets. I said it right then and there. I'm not scared of Brooklyn as much as other people are because chemistry is a thing, and so is depth. Now, if they get Drummond, I think they'll be in good position. If they get JJ Redick and Drummond, I think it's a different talk. But I think we stand a chance like anybody else, man.
I agree, brother. I agree.
Hey, appreciate you coming on, my guy. Great member up here, Seth. Always bringing the heat every single stream, man.
You already know, bro. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Let me get to this donation here. Shout out to Tuis, our newest member, or one of our new members, coming in with a $5 donation. Says, let me set the record straight real quick. Name doesn't show it, but Vic here to say I'm a Miami native, but currently a Nova student. There he is. That answers Seth's question. So he's a Philly native. He's from Nova, but he likes Miami. Or no, he's from Miami, but he goes to Villanova. So his roots are in Miami, and he grew up a Heat fan. But hey, maybe we got some intel on the inside. You know what I mean? Maybe we got some inside guys looking. Let me say Victor, double agent Victor, working for Eric Spoelstra and them boys over there, right? On as well. Pat Riley, right? Double agent Vic. But hey, Vic, I appreciate you coming on here, my guy. Shout out to you. And much love. Let's see. We got a couple more calls, but I just want to talk real quick because I think Norman Powell's another name that's been coming up recently. And I think he's going to decline his player option. So he's another guy you're going to have to extend. Guys, I want to know in the chat, and we're going to open it up soon to others after we get the members done. But I want to know, like, are you guys willing to trade for a player that you have to extend? Like, what if there's that risk there? What if you don't know if you can extend that guy? I think it's a huge risk. I think it is. Now, if you believe Lowry's going to put us over the top, yeah, let's do it, man. But again, there's not like that. It's not a superstar. It's not a game changer. And right now, the Sixers are playing great ball. It's not like we're the 5th seed. Like I said, we're playing good. And, again, like I said earlier, Daryl Morey and the Miami Heat, they put a restraint per Woj. They put a restraint on how far they're willing to go. So I don't think they view them as the over-the-top move. Shout out to Cat on the Moon says, dang, I was nervous calling in, but thanks for having me. Hope we do these calls in the future. Absolutely. Guys, shout out to all 370 in the chat. If you haven't yet, hit that like and sub button. We're here talking trade deadline, Sixers stuff. We're here all the time, and we will be live tomorrow, 1 to 3 p.m., live reacting to the Sixers trade deadline. So be sure to be there. Guys, get this to 300 likes. Shout out to everybody and push this content out. Before we get the next call, shout out to Eyes Above 245 coming with a $2 donation. Appreciate that very much. Says George Hill for Mike Scott. Straight up, Eyes Above. If you're giving me George Hill, I'll do what it takes to get George Hill. It's going to take a draft pick. I'll tell you that. Sam Presti and the OKC Thunder, that man fiends for draft picks. They have draft picks lined up to 2064. Okay, I mean they want draft picks. Mike Scott, I will give up for a bag of cheese. Literally, the bag of shredded cheese. Mike Scott is worthless, okay? The guy comes in for 10 minutes a game. He gets 1 rebound, and that's it. Now he has these couple stretches where he goes 5 games and looks good again, and we're like, the Hive, we're back. We're back. I will give up Mike Scott for a pencil and a paperclip. And I don't even think that's fair because the paperclip is more valuable. Okay. But nah, I want George Hill. And a lot of these people are talking about Kyle Lowry and stuff on these calls. What about some other free agents? Anybody's got some thoughts? Anybody? We're going to fill out the roster. Wayne Ellington, Patty Mills, right? Any of these guys are going to go. Fournier, Terrence Ross, there's going to be some late splashes that come, Woj and his little special, like, oh, this guy's been made available on this day. There's going to be some of them. Anybody got ideas? Anybody? Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Hit the like and sub. We got Bones. What's going on, Bones? Hello? Not getting any audio from you, Bones. Are you here? You're not muted, bro. I just can't hear you. Try to fix that, and we'll get you back in after this. Let me get CMIT. CMIT, what's going on?
Yo,
what's going on, man?
So I was the one that said.
Say it again.
So
I think
moving Tease the starting lineup if we get Lowry.
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah, say it again.
I was the one that said to move Tease to the starting lineup if we trade for Lowry, because if we are trading for Lowry, we have to give up Danny to make the money work.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah.
And then I mean, Tease, if he can start hitting the 3 at 36, 38%, that will fill in for whatever we're missing with Danny. It will strengthen the bench with Seth and Shea coming off as the backcourt.
Okay.
And then
so you're willing to give up Danny Green. Let me just ask that. You're willing to give up Danny Green. Okay.
Just because we still have Tease who can play the defense, and then Lowry will cover the offense we're missing from him.
Okay.
So I don't think the Raptors are going to – I think we're getting 3-team to get Lowry.
To get Lowry, right?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the Mavs, because if we can send Danny to the Mavs, there's no point in Danny going to the Raps if they're trying to rebuild.
Yeah,
and the Mavs could use shooting.
Look, bro, again, I hear you. I think it's going to be a 3-team trade, and that's a possibility nobody's brought up. I've been talking about it. I don't think we're going to give up Danny Green. He started off the season shooting like 4 for 20 from long range. He's been up in his percentage since 39%. He fits kind of the role we want him in. He's a floor spacer. He knows what he's going to do. Now, I don't like him dribbling the damn ball. You got to stop doing that, Danny Green. But if we give him up, if we don't give Danny Green up and we want Kyle Lowry, I really think it's going to be a 3-team trade, because you're not going to throw Toby in there. You're not going to throw Ben. You're not going to throw Joe. You're going to have to include these contract fillers, right? Like Poirier and Ferguson and, I don't know, Tony Bradley, for example, So, yeah, I hear you.
I think if we do make a 3-team trade and keep Danny, we're going to have to move Seth then, because I think that's the only way to make the money work.
Yeah.
But I could see us moving Seth to the Blazers for Gary Trent, because Gary Trent's it's on the last year of his deal, and if they want to get Seth for 2 more years, we want Lowry. We can extend him.
Yeah. Again, if you're honestly at this point, like if you're asking me if you want to give up Seth or Danny, if it has to come down to, I don't want to give up either one, because I do think Seth would thrive in the 6-man role. I really do, with Shake Milton. But if I have to give him up, I'm honestly giving up Seth over Danny. I am, because Seth's been cool, and
I see that.
And Danny just understands the role, and somehow he just wins. He just wins, But I hear you, and I think it's a good take. But do you think a deal gets done or what?
Wait, what's up? You were lagging.
Do you think a deal gets done by tomorrow?
I think it all depends on the contract. If I'm not signing him for $25 million for 2 years, there's no shot, because I'm not having another Al Horford situation. If we can find a middle ground, 19 million, 18 million, keep some cap room for the free agents, I'm down. But
I think it's a negotiation, and I think they ask for that, and then you kind of work your way in the middle. But I definitely don't want another Al Horford situation. You're not lying about that. Good takes here. Appreciate the call, my guy.
Thanks for having me.
If we got to get it done, I mean, I don't think Daryl Morey's going to hesitate. I don't. If it's going to be more about the money than the compensation, But appreciate you for coming on in here, man.
Hoping to win.
Yep, always, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see if we got Bones up in here. But first off, shout out to Lance Dillon coming with a $5 donation. Thank you, my guy. Says, can we get Lowry without giving up Thibault? Let me know in the chat. Look, I think we can. I honestly think the Raptors are more inclined to get a Tyrese Maxey, because they know his potential. They know he's athletic. They know what Tyrese Maxey can do, right? I think it's definitely possible. I think right now you're looking at a first rounder maybe in the future. You're looking at Tyrese Maxey. You're looking at a couple contract fillers like a Poirier, like a Ferguson, like a Mike Scott, just to let them clear the cap. They're trying to get that 30 mil off their books, man. They want a young player and they want compensation. A quote from earlier today. Woj said, Kyle Lowry is highly available, but they're going to let him roam the situation. But overall, they want young players. The Raptors are not going into a full rebuild. They're going into a retool. As my guy Lucas said yesterday, they have talent. They can compete in a couple years, maybe not even. They're not going to fully rebuild. So I think they want a nice young player, and I think Maxey can be that guy. Lance, thank you so much for the donation, my guy. Let's see. Everybody in the chat saying, yeah. Is it really worth it? Says Ashley. Is it worth it? It depends how you view it. It depends how you view it. I think in my honest opinion, if the Sixers can get a couple nice role pieces and shooters and stuff and work their magic in the buyout market, I don't think we need Kyle Lowry to be that guy. But then again, it depends. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Loving the calls, guys. Again, hit that like and sub. We got 340 in the chat. We're here talking Sixers trade deadline stuff. We'll be live for the trade deadline tomorrow. I really appreciate everybody in here. We're about to drop the link after this next call for the public. We'll get a couple calls and we'll talk some stuff. Let me know if you guys are thinking about buyout market at all. Andre Drummond, Redick, Wayne Ellington. What are you guys thinking there? Any other possibilities? I've gone over a lot of players the last couple of weeks. I'm hearing the same couple here. Does anybody have ideas? Let me know. Bones, what's going on? Cannot hear you, Bones. Are you on a computer, a phone? What are you on, man? Yeah, I can't hear you, man. Try to come in on a different device if possible, and we'll get you back up in here for sure. Shout out to Birds Nation coming in with a $5 donation for support. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're about to send the call link live for the chat. Only a certain amount of people can come in the waiting room at a time. So if it's not letting you, be sure to give it a little bit and come back in. I want to hear from the people, man. What are we thinking? Let me get this link real quick, and we're going to post it in the chat, and we're going to pin it. So, and by the way, great insight. And I know, it's not always the easiest thing to come on here and talk, but shout out to everybody that's been coming on. I really like the call so far. I think there's been great insight. So that being said, we'll let some callers load in, and that is the link, man. The link is now pinned in the chat. Shout out to everybody coming in here, man. Hit that like and sub for your boy. We've been grinding. Shout out to everybody, and I appreciate you guys. Let's see. James has got a great question. Come on. Let me hear it, man. The link is open, guys. Share this to all your friends, family, guys. One of the best Sixers cores on YouTube. I appreciate everybody up in here, man. Wesley says Tyrese, Mike Scott, Poirier, and a first for Lonzo, and a few seconds for Bjelica. I wouldn't mind it. If you're keeping Lonzo, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. And we're going to try to get these calls going rapid fire, man. Maybe a minute at most. Give me your takes. What are you thinking? Because there's a lot of people that want to call in. So we're going to try to go as quick as we can. We got Bashir Randall. What's going on, Bashir?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
What's up, my man? What you thinking?
Listen, man, before we start, man, let me give a shout out to myself, bro. I got accepted to a college program for defense attorney. So like the program, I'll be able to become a defense attorney. By the time I come to college, I do my stuff, and hopefully by the time in the future of my career, I can become a defense attorney, bro. So can you give me that? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations, man. Huge accomplishment. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro. But listen, man, I really called in because I want Lonzo Ball, dog. I want Lonzo, and I know it's gonna take us some, like some pieces to get him, but I'll get Lonzo Ball. And if you're looking at like somebody that's open right now, I'll possibly look at a potential Hassan Whiteside signing because
stop it right there. Stop it right there. Yeah, you had me with Alonzo, but Hassan Whiteside, I could get a brick that could play better defense than Hassan Whiteside.
Bro,
the man has talent.
Rim protection, though.
The man has talent. He has no drive to play the game. He's a 7-foot stalk that just sits there.
That is true. That is true. But
no! We thought Al Horford was bad. You bring Hassan Whiteside in here. Oh God.
Come on, bro. Be honest. Poirier is bad. Vincent, what's his name? Poirier.
Vincent Poirier, and I'm a stan of Vincent Poirier. All right, Vincent's my guy.
No. I think Hassan Whiteside will give us some good type of rim protection.
Oh man. Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to join the chat, guys. Again, there's only a certain amount of people that can come in, and we'll get you in as soon as we can.
Yeah, but I think Lonzo Ball or look at somebody else like Wayne Ellington or Hassan Whiteside, something like that. I don't know.
I'm liking it. I think we can get that deal done. Yeah, I do. We'll see how it goes, man. But shout out to you for getting into school, man. Huge accomplishment. Show him some love in the chat.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm out, bro. Be safe, man.
Appreciate you, man. That's funny. Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. Oh no. Shout out to my guy Seth coming in with a $5 donation. Thanks, Seth. He says Norman Powell's the answer, guys. I'm telling you, even if he's just a bench player for us, he'll make a huge difference to this team. Great call from Seth earlier. I agree. Norman Powell is the man. Averaging 20 a game, shooting 43% from 3-point range. I think he's like 27, getting better with time, and I'm really loving it, man. I would love Norman Powell, and we have addressed the Raptors separately about him, so I'm liking it. Man. And shout out to Philly fans and SD coming with a $5 donation. Says, can we get support and role players for Scott Ferg and picks? Really don't think it's worth it to break up the chemistry of the team. You've been saying it all along. I absolutely agree. And I think those guys will be in a trade, to be cap fillers for one of these role players. I do. Maybe even multiple. So I absolutely agree. We got, the chat's going crazy. There's a bunch of people trying to get in. Let's get Timmy in here. Timmy, what's good?
What's going on? You can hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear, bro.
First off, shout out to Bashir, man. That's great. That's great news to hear. I always like to see youngsters getting into college. But so my first thing is everybody's enamored like with the big names. They want to go after big names, but I would like to go after people like DeLon Wright. If
Yep.
you've been watching the Sixers, I really think that we need playmakers. It's not all about getting superstar potential in here. We have superstar potential, and we need role players to excel them guys. And that's just where I'm at with it.
I absolutely agree. I'm wondering because the Pistons I thought would be the fire sale team. I mean, they're a travesty of an organization right now. Dude, you sell me on a DeLon Wright, Wayne Ellington package all day, every day.
Yeah, that's all I want is role players. And then also like the NBA, I just think it's like, people talk about the buyout market. I think it's super unfair because, people are just going to be looking at Brooklyn and LA right away. They look at all them stars and they have the upper hand on us. So the buyout market for us that's just a dead deal.
Yep. And I do think that it's going to be more active given this whole pandemic. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it sucks, but hey, maybe we'll get some respect on our name if we keep winning basketball. You know what I mean?
No doubt, brother. Yo, I appreciate what you're doing, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, but keep doing your thing, man. I really like what you're doing.
Timmy, thank you so much, and I appreciate the call, bro. Let's go and get Brody in here. Brody, what's good?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
So I think if we ever even want to try to get Kyle Lowry, I think what we're going to need to do is I think we're going to need to put Danny Green in a package with them just to match the salary.
Yeah, unless we get a third team going, like we said earlier. I don't know if I'm giving up Danny Green, though. I don't.
Yeah, I don't really want to give up 3 rings.
Yeah, he's got experience. He knows how to win. We saw it with Kyle Lowry in Toronto, right? So.
Yeah. And I also like possibly Malcolm Brogdon coming in. I think I think he'd be a great bench piece for us. Of course we wouldn't have to give up we wouldn't have to give up too much, but we wouldn't give up nothing for him. He's a good player. So I think I'd like him on our team.
Yeah, if he's available, I'll go for Brogdon. It's one of those late things, maybe might pop up, but I don't know overall, So, but definitely good insight there.
Yeah, thank you for letting me in, man.
Appreciate the call, Brody. Shout out to you, man. Malcolm Brogdon. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think about that? Let's try to get Bones back in here now. Bones, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes, sir. What is going on? Finally, we got you. What's up?
I literally had to switch onto my phone.
Yep. What's up, man? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking if we go for Kyle, I think like Brody said, the Danny Green thing, but I'm like with you and Brody, I don't feel like giving Danny Green up. But at the same time, Brody made sense at first, so it's hard to choose from.
Yeah. Again, I don't really want to give up Danny up. He knows our offense. Doc calls him like a coach on the floor, and I think he's going to be huge,
Yeah.
Hey, but shout out to you, man. I appreciate you coming in here, and we finally got it right,
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Sir. Shout out to you, man. Let's read 2 comments from the chat. We got a bunch of people still trying to get in here. 2 is my guy. Vic says, breaking. Kelly Olynyk traded to the Raptors for a pack of gum. I hate Kelly Olynyk and that stinking man bun. I hate that man bun, bro. Broad Street Sports up in the chat. What's good? Broad Street says, Brogdon would cost a ton and would be an instant starter. Yeah. Brogdon would come right in and probably play the 2, to be honest. He probably would come right in and play the 2. Another person right here, Buddy Hield, says, Buddy Hield's making $60 million plus in the next 3 years. I don't know if it's worth it. It would be worth it for me. I just haven't heard his name. I thought he was trying to get out of Sacramento before, but I guess I don't know. I don't know what happened with the whole Buddy Hield thing, but I would love him to come here. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get Birds Nation up in here. What's up, Birds Nation?
What's going on? How you been?
What's up? Good. How are you?
I'm all right. I've been supporting you for a while. First time I get to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Much love to you, my guy. Appreciate all the support.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm thinking I wouldn't mind Kyle Lowry. I just don't want to give up a lot to get him. I think that we could really just tweak the bench and kind of keep everybody together because they seem to be gelling. When I say tweak the bench, I don't really know who because I don't really watch the rest of the NBA. I only really watch my Sixers right now. And that's
Right.
mostly because of my work schedule. But
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I think if we could,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I agree. I think we can fill out the bench and still win. I think we have a solid team, and some people don't realize that right now. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's all I really wanted to say. I'm not going to take up too much time. Just
Hey,
keep doing
appreciate
your
you
thing.
for
You make good
all the love and
content.
support. All the love and support to you, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
Hey, Birds Nation, great supporter of the channel, always coming up in here and always showing love. Guys, if you get off your call, please exit the studio because there's like 5 million people trying to come in here. And it takes up space if you don't leave after, so I'll have to go and kick you. Philly Sports World, what's going on, bro? I'm liking the setup there, and I'm liking the fit. He came on with the fit, and he's ready to go. What's going on, Philly Sports World?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. So I've been saying this to all my friends because we're down here in Lehigh Valley. Either we're gonna get Kyle Lowry or Norman Powell, because if we can't get one, we're gonna get the other. I feel like both of them can be great pieces to this team. Whether Norman Powell is either gonna be started or coming off the bench, I think it'd be better off the bench, and then Kyle Lowry coming off as a starter. Either or would work perfectly for me.
I have nothing to add. I think the same thing. Again, it's going to be what do we give up to get these guys? And I'm putting my faith up in Daryl Morey. I'm confident in Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Also, I don't know if we can possibly get him, but if we get George Hill, we can possibly ship off maybe like, I don't know, like, this is gonna sound stupid, but like Mike Scott and maybe a second or somebody like along the lines of like a Mike Scott on this team and the second or somebody like that to get George Hill.
That's not stupid at all. That's actually perfect because the Thunder are if they ask for a player, they're going to try to get a guy who they can just get rid of, and they're going to take a draft pick. They love draft picks, and that's what they do. They're trying to build out for the next 10 years. So I think that's a great trade, and I think I don't think you got to give up a first to get George Hill. I don't because I think that he's been hurt, and they're not going to be able to demand that much. So,
yep, that's all I got.
Hey,
I've been watching it for a little bit now since the beginning of the season because I don't have cable here in my house. So, love the content. Keep it up.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy, and shout out to you for the great fit and for coming in here to talk sports, man. Thank you so much, bro. Let's see. We'll take a couple more calls here, and then we'll talk a little more about some other free agents. I like that people are bringing up George Hill, Kyle Lowry. What are we thinking now? Like, what is the strategy going to be? Are we going to make a move? I'm trying to stay updated on Twitter here just to make sure. But again, we will be streaming the trade deadline tomorrow. So a lot of good stuff coming. Guys, hit that like and sub for your boy, man. Let's get this to 300 likes. Shout out to everybody, man. Let's get Dominic here. What's up, Dom?
Yes, sir. What's good, RB?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Dom?
Nothing much, man. It's nice being able to talk to you for the first time. I've been a supporter of the channel for a while. Being a big Sixers fan, it means a lot to me, man.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate you.
No problem. So, I wanted to get on here and wanted to ask you this. What would happen if we got Lonzo Ball?
What do you mean? Like in terms of us or like what we would have to give up?
Yeah, in terms of us.
In terms of us, we're getting a guy that we can bring off the bench to play 25 minutes a game at least. He's going to guard multiple positions, and in my eyes, he's going to run the second unit. Shake's going to be able to play on or off the ball. Seth Curry's going to be able to come in. I don't think Lonzo would start on his team for some reason. I don't think Doc will plug him into the starting lineup. But I think if the price is right, you bring in a guy who has shot better from three, upped his percentage every year. If you can sign him to an extension, you're getting a guy who can rebound, facilitate, shoot, and he's reserved, man. So I think you're getting a good player.
Absolutely, RB. Well, I just want to get one more question on to you, and then I'm going to head out. Do you think we're going to trade anybody on the Sixers to get anybody that's wanting to join us?
What do you mean trade anybody? Like we can trade some of our cat fillers, as I call them, but we're not trading Toby. We're not trading Ben, Joe. And yeah, I don't want to trade Danny Green. I don't want to trade Seth Curry. I don't want to mess with the chemistry, man. I'll trade Furkan Korkmaz for a bag of chips. I'll trade Mike Scott. We don't have a lot of like in between guys that are making like 8, 10, 12 million. We have got cat fillers and then we have max contracts. So yeah, I think it's going to be, around draft compensation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, RB. Well, thanks for letting me on, man, and go Sixers.
Hey, thanks for coming in, Dom. Appreciate you. Let's see. We got where did I see this in the chat? Dang, the chat is going nuts. If this is the real Chris Smooth, I doubt it is, but shout out to my guy Chris Smooth says, I just got in. How are things going? What's up, Chris Smooth? Splash, baby. And shout out to my guy Brock Landis in here, guys. If you have not yet, like and sub on Brock's channel. Had him on the roundtable the other day. Dope content creator. That's my guy. Shout out to Brock, man. And shout out to all the Fire Take members up in the chat. SwimCon18, what's good?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
So I definitely think we need a guard, but I also think we need some shooting off the bench, especially for the playoffs. And with the guys we have right now, I don't think any of those guys have proven themselves to be consistent shooters except for Green or in the playoffs. I really think we could use a JJ Redick if he does a buyout to come off the bench and give us reliable shooting, especially when we go make a playoff run.
Yep. I completely agree. Now I'm hearing that JJ Redick is likely to sign with Brooklyn as he's from the area. If he does that, I'm going to be really pissed off because I know what JJ Redick's going to do to us when he plays us. Like a lot of people want to harp on the defensive ability of JJ Redick, right? But at the end of the day, Seth Curry isn't a great defender, but Doc can mask some of those things. If JJ's available, I'm getting him back any day of the week.
Yeah, and one last thing. I really think we do need a guard, and I think team chemistry is a huge thing in basketball. And if we don't get Kyle Lowry, that's fine. But if we could get a George Hill for not really give up anybody like Mike Scott, who I don't think has really helped at all this year, and some picks to get him, that would be huge.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree. Let's see what we can do at the deadline. So appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate the call, man.
Yep.
Let's see. We got a couple more. Let's see. We got Sixers Universe. My guy. What's going on?
Hey there.
Yes, sir. What's up, my guy?
Nothing. I just came out here to my kitchen. Felt like a more comfortable place to do this. So with this trade deadline, it's actually really interesting. Are we going to do a big move? Are we going to do a little move? Or are we going to do something a little bit in between? And I'm kind of leaning towards the in between. To me, what we need, I've grown to accept double agent Danny. He's not going to score a lot of points. He's not really going to. And his defense has gotten a lot better,
Is what it is, right?
Yeah. I was ripping the guy because he was slow AF. He was the slowest player I'd ever seen defensively. But, I think the All-Star break helped him a lot. Those 5 days to recuperate, got his legs under him, and really allowed him to do better on the defensive end of the floor. So it's like, if we keep Danny, I'm not against it. Now, what are you going to do for the future for that small forward position? I don't know. But for this year, come out with Danny, I guess I'm okay with it. But if I'm okay with it, the one thing I think we need someone else to pair with Shake Milton off that bench. Because right now, Shake Milton is our only bench scorer, and he's kind of inconsistent with it. So I think if you can add another bench scorer, that would be great for a little mid-tier move, the Wayne Ellingtons, the DeLon Wrights, the George Hills, one of those type of players. Yeah. At the same time, I'm looking for a big move. There are two big moves I'm thinking about. Obviously, everyone talk about Kyle Lowry, and the reports are so inconsistent. I'm sure you've seen them. one time Miami's the favorite, the other time Philly's the favorite. Now it's distant. It's just wait BPM tomorrow. We'll find out what you on that.
That's what I'm saying, man. I agree. I wonder what you would think about Seth Curry coming off the bench. And yeah, about them reports, stop listening to all of them. It's just a bunch of nonsense, man. Both teams are in the mix. That's what I'll say.
Because like that idea of having Shake Milton, he needs another guy. So if we can get a starter and we could put Seth to the bench, because I think Seth Curry is a great bench player. I think he's so a starter.
Yeah.
In terms of that, there's one radical idea that I want to propose that I want people to think about.
It's not Hassan Whiteside, is it?
I'm sorry.
It's not Hassan Whiteside, is it?
We've heard talks about Lonzo Ball. Oh yeah, that I don't know.
All right, thanks. It's not, as long as it's not Hassan Whiteside, let's hear it. It can't be that radical.
My radical idea was, we've heard talks about Lonzo Ball, and we have heard talks about Norman Powell. Imagine if you could get both of those guys, Lonzo Ball and Norman Powell, in a package together. Because if we can get those two guys, that's literally like adding 7 3-pointers a game between those two players. Both of them can be at 40% on high volume. And in Powell's case, he does more than shoot. Like, he has a little dribble dry game going now. Like, I didn't even know this dude. And I'm looking up his season stats. He really broke out last year. And then he improved this year. So, if you could get both of those guys, my main thing is Lowry or those two guys. If none of those things materialize, just get a couple of bench depth, support, etc.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think we're going to fill out the supporting cast. I wouldn't mind either one. Again, as long as we don't give up too much.
I kind of wanted to shout you out. You know, you're doing amazing. You're doing awesome with your channel, everything. You, Brox, DJ. That whole thing was super fun, super exciting. And you know what? I'll get myself a vaccination. We'll get this basketball tournament on.
None of them are guarding me, bro. They're not guarding me. No doubt about it. I'm ready for all of it. But shout out to you as well, guys. Sixers Universe. You see it right there. He's been one of my day one supporters. Sub him up, Sixers Universe. Appreciate it, man.
So I recall that you once said that you played baseball. Do you have a particular position in baseball you play, like shortstop, second base?
I was first and third, and I pitched as well.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So have a great night, with everything, and keep up the awesome.
Yes, sir. See you in here probably tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Great deadline stuff. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get a couple more. Raekwon, what's going on?
I didn't expect that. What's up, man? Yeah, man. I was honestly piggybacking off of what you guys are saying, man. Yeah, like you said, the Kyle Lowry stuff, it's all in the mix, but like I think Daryl Morey is gonna keep it really simple, man. He's gonna get like somebody under the radar that we're not really. I don't like everybody's been saying George Hill. What people don't know is he's been injured all season. So for an injured player that's not gonna do anything, I'm good on that. But everybody else, like I didn't understand the Hassan Whiteside stuff either. But yeah, but like Norman Powell and Lonzo Ball, we would have to give something up for Lonzo Ball. And I don't want it to be Matisse, honestly, because his defense is out of this world. I don't care what like you said, if you're a Lakers fan and you don't watch the Sixers, you're not going to see what he does on a nightly basis. This dude racks up 4 or 5 steals a game, and it's unbelievable. But like you were saying, though, the Sixers do need to make a move. Nothing crazy, though. I don't think I want Kyle Lowry like everybody else does, but if we don't get him, I don't think it's going to be detrimental to our team. We just need something off the bench more than we need another starter. Like I don't think Kyle Lowry would want to come off the bench either. But Lonzo Ball is more of a bench production. Norman Powell. It's just I think if we want those players, it's going to be more have to do like a 3-team trade because we don't really have the cap and we don't have the money just to be handing out. But if I have a question for you, if we do trade a player, which player do you think the Sixers are going to trade for Kyle Lowry? If that's what we're going for.
For Kyle Lowry, I mean, the correct answer would be Danny Green. Again, I don't know if I want to part with him, which is why I think a third team would have to come into it. Maybe even a huge like 4-team trade, but someone's going to have to fill that cap. You're not going to add up.
Yeah,
you're not going to add up Scott, Ferguson, and whatever and get Kyle Lowry. It's not the $30 million a year hurts. That's what really cooks.
It hurts a lot of teams. That's why everybody's so reluctant about just shipping a player off because he's not going to stay on. He's not going to be in Philly next year, more than likely, because you know it's just it's a business. You know, he wants $30 million a year and he's 35. You're not LeBron James. No offense to you, you are a great player, Kyle Lowry. But if you're asking for $30 million a year in these days, it's not happening, man.
That's what I'm saying, and then I think that's why I'm saying the Raptors don't have a lot of leverage anymore because they need to get that contract out, and that's why I said earlier when Woj said there's a restraint on how far we're willing to go. I think they're trying to push up the price. They're saying
they want to see who bites first, and if nobody bites, they're gonna be like, all right, here you go. You can have Kyle Lowry for Mike Scott in a first round pick. I know ain't nobody taking that. Like you said, he pisses me off too. He comes in.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. I think the Sixers, Daryl Morey has done a great job as our he's our general manager. Elton Brand is just there for an image. I feel like I don't know what
Elton got disrespected. Like he just got put into the sideman role, and it's like,
it's just he made a couple bad decisions last year. I thought Josh Richardson didn't really work out. It was really the Al Horford thing that took me by surprise.
Yeah, anytime you got a chance to get Daryl Morey, you got to do it. You got to push the trigger. So
from what I know back in his Houston days, he had a restraint on building a team around James Harden, so he couldn't do what he's doing now in Houston.
Absolutely.
So once we get whoever we get tomorrow, hopefully, if we don't, it's just I think if we don't get anybody tomorrow, it's more of a chemistry thing. We're trying to just build over what we got.
Yep, and the buyout market too. So I'm gonna trust Daryl. Guys, like it's not the old days of the Sixers. It's not where we gotta wonder, right? It's not last year.
We want to know and what we will get, and
that's what I'm saying. Daryl never stays quiet. Never.
Yeah.
But hey, great call, man. Appreciate your energy and your takes. You know what you're talking about. Shout out to you, man.
You kind of took me off guard. I didn't expect you to say Raekwon that fast. I was just sitting here just waiting. So I appreciate you, man. I actually just got, I was more on Brock Landon's videos, but I just got hit to your videos. So I just subscribed and all that, man. I was trying to become one of your, not patrons, but excuse my language. I did something with YouTube TV and it's a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to become a patron, send you the donations and whatnot. But I do appreciate you having me on here.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, have a great night, bro. Appreciate you subscribing, man. Let's get to this donation. Shout out to Danny Saint coming in with a $5 donation. RB, when are you dropping DJ off? I'll drop him off today, tomorrow, any day of the week. DJ's not guarding me, all right? What is he, 5'11", 5'10"? See what I mean? Height's a huge thing, man. Now, I'm not putting Brock in the post because Brock is like a linebacker, but I got the IQ, man. I'm getting in someone's head. But nah. I saw DJ's little video. He chopped it up, put it on. I might have to come in and show my jump shot on YouTube. I might have to do it, man. We'll see what happens. But that's a great shout out to Danny for becoming a member as well. We got a couple more people in here calling in. The thing is still going crazy. People trying to join. If you have not yet, guys, 267 in the chat. Hit the like and sub. We will be here again tomorrow, 1 to 3. Live streaming the trade deadline, reacting to everything, going crazy. Let's see, what are we saying in the chat? Like, what are people thinking? My pals will give you a pack of Chips Ahoy for Danny Green. Well, you can keep that cookie, and I'll raise you 3. Shout out to Ricky coming in with a $3 donation. Says, when are we getting our first trade news? Here, that's a good question, Ricky, because no one's asked me that yet. Let me tell you something. And here's my hot take, right? Home of the hottest takes. Daryl Morey's not going to sleep tonight. All right? He's not sleeping tonight. You ever seen that picture of Daryl Morey with the full beard, 5 o'clock shadow times 5 million? That's going to be Daryl. He's not sleeping tonight. I would expect a trade to honestly go down at like 3:26 in the morning. And if I'm up, I'm going to make a video about it. It's either going to be at like 3 in the morning or there's going to be a trade at like 2:59, honestly. On the phones to the last second. It's going to be pretty interesting, honestly. Daryl Morey, you can never predict with that guy. You never can. But that's a good question, man. That's a good question. Let's get let's see. Michael Serrano, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's good? I'm actually a Canadian guy supporting the Sixers, but actually a Sixers fan.
All right, much respect to you, man.
So yeah. um, did anybody brought up the DeLon Wright?
Very briefly.
Because like if DeLon Wright comes to the Sixers, that'll be sick. Because he could help out the bench a lot. Because we needed like the bench unit need like work, of course.
Yeah. DeLon Wright's a guy that's developed his game. I think he's like 28, 29. He's playing good ball. You know, he doesn't cost much. Him and Wayne Ellington, I think that's the best combo deal that's out there.
I mean, that's actually pretty good though. And also like I believe that DeLon and Seth know each other when they were in Dallas together, I believe. So I know that that they can work with each other out if DeLon comes to the Sixers.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind DeLon Wright. I don't think he's like a game changer, but I think he's one if you're going to make multiple moves or get a package deal. I don't mind DeLon Wright at all. I don't. He's been the Pistons are going to. I think the Pistons are going to let something go tomorrow. Like, there's no way they're keeping that roster. There's no way.
And I think I saw on social media, like on Instagram, that in order to trade for Wayne Ellington, they want like a second round pick, I believe.
Yeah. Last year, 3 seconds for Alec Burks and Glenn Robinson III. I'll do 2 or 3 second rounders for them too. No doubt about it.
It'll be sick if both Wayne Ellington and DeLon Wright would come to the Sixers, but I don't know if it's going to be too much for them coming to the Sixers.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it would be a similar trade to last year. Like I said, 3 second rounders, something like that. The Pistons need draft compensation, so I don't think it would be a lot. But
yeah. As far as the Kyle Lowry goes, that's like a huge risk because you're gonna like it's going to be like you're going to keep him for the next season, or you're going to keep him as what you would refer as a rental player. So
right.
it's going to be like a risky move, but I don't mind Kyle Lowry because, like, of course he's like a Philly guy and he's like a playmaker, and so he could really help out with the Sixers a lot, and like also like becoming like also like this leader type of guy that can, because like he's like the guy that likes to mouth a lot or like likes to be that guy that loves to like complain a lot.
Yeah, he's a big mouth, but he's going to be a locker room presence. He's going to be a guy that gets everybody playing their best ball, and he's just going to be on your ass all the time. So that's what you get in Kyle Lowry. I hate playing against him. If he comes here, well, I'm going to have to learn to love him. So
yeah,
for the right trade, for the right package, we'll see.
For sure. And like I don't want to like give up Danny Green because like he's like a guy that would help out like the Sixers a lot because like he's of course like the 3 rings guy,
right?
So and also he knows how to win a championship. And also like with Danny Green, he's like that mix of love and hate person.
Yep. Yeah, Danny's like I said, he's a winner, and I think he's finding his role pretty good here. But hey, appreciate you calling in, my guy.
For sure. Take care, man.
Hey, you too. Good insight. Cookies and Tacos says, do you know when you're going to start streaming? Again, guys, tomorrow, 1 to 3 p.m., 2-hour stream leading up to the trade deadline, live reacting to everything going on. Shout out to Philly fans and SD, and shout out to all our Fire Take members again in here, guys. Great supporters of the channel. Says RB, how about a 24-hour trade watch stream? Yeah. I don't think I'm staying up for that. There's no way. There is no way. But I would be down one day to do a 24-hour stream, but I would have to have other content creators. I would have to have call-ins. I'd have to have like 10 cups of coffee or like a huge sugar rush. And yeah, I know some people do it for charity. I would definitely be down to do that one day. I definitely would be down to do that. But good idea. Good idea. Let's see. Dang, people are still trying to join this thing. Who's next? Sixer Trooper. What's good? All right. Next, we got a Philly fan 21. What's going on?
Hey, RB, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, my guy? Hey, great content creator right here on the come up. Shout out to him, Philly fan 21. Be sure to sub him up.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've just thank you for supporting like my stuff because I remember like back when I did that first hype video and I don't remember December. Dope. And like you pulled it up on your stream. That was like kind of inspirational, low key for me. So
it was dope, bro.
Yeah.
You did great work, and I'm interested to see how your channel keeps going.
Yeah, thank you, man. So I got a lot of thoughts on the trade deadline, but like I don't really have like I'm not like super. I don't feel super strongly about like wanting to bring in one player or something. Agree. But like I do think that we need a guard, like especially in the playoffs. So like I do think Lowry, like as much as people say like, well, you don't want to give up too much to get him, and you don't want to give up like Danny Green because I like Danny Green. I wouldn't really want to give him up either. Right. But if you have to, he does. You can't like lie to yourself and say that he wouldn't make your team better immediately when you bring him in.
Right.
Although the re-signing him for 2 years with like 25 million, I don't think I'd do that. But if you could bring him in and get him to agree to a cheaper deal for like an extension, that'd be good. So I do think Kyle Lowry would be good, but that's not like really the one move I'm looking for. Like I think Lonzo Ball would be great.
Right.
Because he's pretty much like gotten better each and every year. And he's younger. Yep. So like if you were to re-sign him after this year, which I heard he was asking like 20 million, which I kind of think is too much. But if you brought him in like off the bench in the playoffs, and then you could like play him meaningful minutes at the end of games too. Like I think that'd be good for Simmons. Cause if you remember like 2 years ago in the playoffs, they had Jimmy handling the ball a lot in the playoffs. So it's like kind of took it out of Ben's hands. So I think he could kind of do the same thing and maybe stay long-term for us. I just like had this thought. So like, could you imagine like it's the playoffs and, you know, Lonzo Ball's playing well and we're like blowing a team out and LeVar Ball's just in the Wells Fargo Center, like going.
Oh
crazy.
God, dude. Please don't bring his dad.
That's
if his dad is coming, please no.
That is the one. That is the one thing. But yeah, like just guards like Lowry, Ball, George Hill, DeLon Wright, Patty Mills would be good. Like all those guys, I would really like. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm thinking. And also, what were we gonna say?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like in response to that, like I completely agree. If you can, I just don't ever see Lonzo being a starter again. I don't think he's gonna get 20 million. That's all talk. That's all talk. He's not worth 20 million, bro. He hasn't showed it. He hasn't proved it. Yeah, that does come from LeVar. You're absolutely right.
But I was thinking like in the buyout market, I think it'd be great to bring in another shooter. So like Redick and Wayne Ellington, as much as some people like don't like Redick because of his defense, he wouldn't play as many minutes as he would in the past. So he could come in off the bench and just like Bellinelli a few years ago would come in off the bench.
You know he's going to hit his threes. Yeah. He's not questionable.
He's made plenty of big shots for us. Like in Brooklyn, he made some big threes in that series against Miami. Like those 2 series we won, he was a big part of that. So
people seem to have this notion that since a player is bad individually or he's undersized, that a coach can't mask some of his deficiencies. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, and I know like if he went to Brooklyn, he would kill us.
Oh my God,
in the playoffs.
Dude,
that's be so
I'm getting scared. I'm getting a little scared if JJ goes there and Andre Drummond and all these guys.
I think Drummond's going to go to the Lakers. As I heard, they were the favorite.
Yeah, them or the Nets. I mean, who knows at this point? But Redick is going to be huge on that team.
It's kind of ridiculous. Everyone just, if they get bought out, they're going to look at Lakers, Nets, and like no one else. But I kind of have a feeling Redick's coming back. Like, so I'm not like reading into this too much, but I saw on Redick's podcast or something today. You see like they had Tobias, and they were like having this thing in the beginning where he's like, JJ told me like, come on the podcast, and he said, what did he say? He said, I'll be on the podcast when you're my teammate again.
Yeah, if you come back. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm not gonna read into it too much, but I think a huge point about JJ is that he also has played with Ben and Joe at years ago, and he knows their growth. JJ Redick on his podcast actually said that he will never have a player that can run the dribble handoff like he did with Joel Embiid.
Was that on with Embiid when Embiid was on the show too?
Yeah.
I agree with that because their 2-man game was pretty insane. Like they could just go to that whenever and get. Although Brett Brown, I think, kind of used it too much and
absolutely. And in Game 7, when we need a clutch bucket, you're going to a JJ dribble handoff.
I definitely don't see Doc doing that though.
No, not at all. It would be even more lethal with Doc Rivers, but
100%.
Hey, I'm loving the takes, bro. I'm loving the insight. I agree with you. Like, it's not about one player. It's not like all chips in the basket. Like, we go and get a couple role players. We get a Lowry. It is what it is. Like, Daryl is going to do something. I truly believe that. But
pretty much anything that happens, I'll be happy with as long as you don't like completely overpay for somebody.
Yep, absolutely agree. And I don't think Daryl will do that. But great insight. Thanks for coming on. Again, Philly Fan 21. Be sure to sub him up. Great content creator and great dude as well. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
We'll definitely get you on one day.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro. I just wanted to, give you your props because this is a lot. Like doing this consistently is a lot harder than I initially thought. Like you're one of my inspirations, so now I'm doing like a lot of talk, like sports talk stuff. It's a lot harder than I would have thought.
Oh, it is. People say I want to talk. I want to be a content creator, and then they start feeling it every day. It's like it's you do everything. You're a one-man show, So it's a lot, bro. But I appreciate your grind.
Yeah, thank you, man. All right.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, my guy.
You too.
Cookie says, how much do we need to donate for you to stream from now till 3 p.m.? $1 million. Hold on, let me chill. I don't know, man. Shout out to Tua's coming in with a $5 donation. Says, for something like that to happen, you should do it with a funky diabetic, urinating tree, and Luca Rosanna. That would be dope. Like, I would definitely do it for charity. I wouldn't mind. And shout out to Seth coming in with a $5 donation. My guy Seth was on earlier. Great takes his RB. What about Evan Fournier? Any chance of something like that? I think the Magic could be a sleeper team. Nobody's brought it up yet. Terrence Ross, Evan Fournier, Mo Bamba. I think they could be in the front. I think they're going to come up as like late names tomorrow. They're going to be, this team's interested in Evan Fournier like an hour before or something like that. I just have a feeling. Orlando's been quiet. This whole Aaron Gordon thing, right? They're saying to the Celtics, and now they're saying, Aaron Gordon's having second thoughts. The Magic are going to be in something. I don't know who it's going to be, but I definitely think it's going to come up. So you guys let me know what you think in the chat. We still got almost 300 in here, guys. We'll probably be on here like 10, 15 more minutes. Been almost 2 hours. Doesn't even feel like it. Still a bunch of people trying to get in here. Let me go over to one of my other members, David.
Hey.
What's up? What's
my
up,
guy RB, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yo, yes, sir.
Yes,
what's up, bro?
sir.
Yes, sir. The shout out. Want to shout out the 300 in the chat, man. I just want to say, man, appreciate your energy you bring. Man, you be grinding all the time.
Always.
I just want to get your take, man, on the trades, man. I mean, there's so much going on. I mean, I'm down with Kyle Lowry and Norman Powell package. I also like Lonzo Ball. Because of his age, he's younger, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But at the same time, Kyle Lowry, he got the experience, he got a championship. I just want to hear your talks, man. Hear what you got to say about it.
Yeah. To reiterate, like literally the same thing. Like I know Daryl's going to do something. I don't view him as the kind of guy to just stay quiet. I think, I've been saying like they've been saying there's a restraint on Kyle Lowry. Like we're not going to push it over the edge. Daryl Morey's not that type. He said it when he got it. We're going to use our pieces at the right time when the right move's available. The Raptors are losing time. They're losing leverage. Like they can't keep holding this out because if they wait till 2:50 tomorrow, the likeliness is they're not getting it done. And I don't think they're going to be able to buy both of them out. And I think it's more likely that we go for a good amount of role players, like 1, 2. Maybe a couple different moves, some late things, and in the buyout market. But I think they like our core, and I think Doc likes it too.
Yeah, our core is strong, man. But the last 2 games we've been watching, man, like we start off strong. We blowing teams out. In the second half, it's like I don't know what they're doing. They just get the gas off the pedal. The bench ain't playing, strong. I mean, we definitely need bench players for sure. I love Norman Powell for the bench for sure. I wouldn't even mind Lauri Markkanen, Andre Drummond.
Another great name, Lauri Markkanen. I think he could be.
I love him.
I love him off the bench. Big stretch. I mean, I don't think he would start. I think he would be like a 6th, 7th man. But
That's
agree.
what we need, though. We need some strong bench, man.
I don't trust these young guys in the playoffs. They can have a great 7-game stretch, right? Korkmaz can hit 6 threes, Shake can get 20 points a game. I don't trust it yet in the playoffs. I don't against one of these huge teams.
I don't either.
We've seen Shake kind of, shy off a little bit. We've seen Korkmaz look pitiful. We've seen Dwight look pitiful at times. Like, I think we need a couple more vet pieces. How about you?
The only thing, definitely we need vet pieces. And that's where Kyle Lowry comes in. I mean, Norman Powell, he's not too old, but I say he's a little vet. Dwight Howard, I like him because he brings the energy to the team. He keeps us pumped. He comes off the bench. I mean, he don't score too much, but he's there to get the rebounds. He gets some putbacks in.
About it. I think there's a lot of guys out there, and it's going to come down to one of them last, I feel like it's going to come down to one of them last hour type of things.
I was even reading in a little earlier. I heard Siakam was saying his tensions are high in Toronto right now, and so something's really going to happen with Lowry and them because the tensions are high in Toronto. So we just got to make a move.
Yep.
But they're saying for Lowry, they're saying they want Tyrese Maxey or Matisse Thybulle plus a couple other pieces like Danny Green or some other guys. But as Philly fans, we like you said a lot of times, man, we love guys at certain times and we hate them at certain times. I mean, do we really want to get rid of Danny Green? Do we really want to get rid of Maxey? I mean, Maxey's a rookie. I mean, you see spurts of him hit on and off, but at the same time, he's not consistent. But you got to understand he's a rookie at the same time. But
and I think we, sometimes we get, we look too much into one game or 2 games or a stretch. Like, we got to take a step back. Like I said earlier, guys, we're leading.
Exactly.
We're 30 and 13, 31 and 13. Like, we're dominating right now. Like,
exactly.
I don't think we need a lot. I don't.
We just need some, like you said, we just need some bench players, man. Come off the bench.
Guys that have been there.
I think we need a true point guard, though, man. Ben Simmons is good and awesome. I love Ben. Like you said in live stream the other day, he don't shoot. Everybody complains about him shooting and this and that, but you got to take him as he is, man. He's unique in his own way.
Yep.
I mean, he don't have to necessarily shoot threes like everybody says, man. If he gets a little midi game, hit the mid range, not always just the hook shot and drive into the lane. I mean,
absolutely.
If worse to worse, man, he got to work on his inside game more because it's a lot of time he just drives to the lane and he misses a lot of his layups or hook shots. I mean, just work on that and get strong, man. Like, and go
he's
from
got to
there.
be aggressive. Just stay aggressive, and that's it. That's
exactly.
And the last thing I would say to you is Kyle Lowry is that kind of pure point. If we go and make that move, but again, I've been talking about George Hill off the bench, guys. He can start. Like, he's been a vet who has been there and done it. Like, he shot 46% from 3 last year.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree.
I agree with you. A lot to get him, but shout out to you, Dave, for coming on.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I love your energy, bro, man. I'm here to support you always, and I'm glad I got to talk to you, bro, man. I appreciate it, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep grinding, brother.
Yep. Keep good meeting you, my guy, and thanks for coming on. And I appreciate you being here all the time.
Yes, sir. Get a yes, sir in the chat, baby.
Yes, sir, in the chat. You heard him. You heard him, baby. Yes, sir. In the chat. I can't believe there's still almost 300 people in here. Like, you guys are crazy with the support, man. We'll go 2 more calls and then we'll get up. We'll talk a little bit and get out of here. I love all the takes so far. Like, I really do like this insight. Guys, let me know in the chat as well if you guys are enjoying this call-in. Like, we could definitely do this once in a while. I like it. Drop a RB in the chat if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, man. I'm trying to diversify. I'm trying to do a lot of different things, man. Play-by-plays, sports talk, call-ins. Like, I'm trying to make this something, man. So I appreciate everybody's support up in here. Let's go to Let's go to NZ Philly fan. What's going on?
What's up, Abby?
What's up, bro?
Just hey to you and hey to everyone else in the world from New Zealand.
New Zealand. Hey, much love to you, man. What time is it in New Zealand right now?
Almost 1 o'clock on the 25th. So we're
1 o'clock in the morning?
No, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, no, it's but yeah, thanks again for having me on.
Thank you.
Yeah, just observing everyone and what they're saying, and everyone's got a good point, man. I think I'm with you when I'm saying like I don't want to trade Curry or Danny Green. I like that 5.
Yep.
And when I'm thinking about the playoffs, you've got that 5. And how much do you think? How many players do you think will be using in the playoffs? 8 or 9?
Great question. I'm gonna roll with 9.
Right. So if we got 9, would you say, Matisse Thybulle and Dwight Howard obviously going to be 2 in that rotation?
Yep. And
Shake Milton. Yep, Shake. So that's 8. Yeah, and that's where I'm having the trouble. Like 8 or 9 on that rotation. I'm with you again. I don't mind trading up Korkmaz or Mike Scott.
Absolutely. And I also would add, if we were to get a piece, just say like a Lowry or like a George Hill, and they got inserted into the starting lineup, I wouldn't mind Curry coming off the bench. So
yeah, because and to agree with you again, like when I see that bench come on, man, it's not the same, man. Like I don't hate the guys. It's pretty much the same thing. Give the Shake. Let's see what he can do in a pick and roll.
Did you see that line? I don't know if you saw the game last night or anybody else in the chat. There was a lineup of Shake Milton, Thybulle, Dwight Howard. Who was the other 2 guys that can't shoot? Mike Scott and someone else. It was like Shake is the only guy that can shoot the ball on the floor.
Yeah, and you're right. Like, and I hate seeing it over and over. Just give it to him, pick and roll. Okay, what's going to happen? Mike Scott, sorry, man. You were kind of good with Jimmy, but since then,
nope.
Sorry. So
Nope.
yeah, no. And observing other guys that've been on before me, I think they got a good point. We need another bench player. That's what I'm looking at.
Yep. I think that's the most important need. Again, a George Hill, a Wayne Ellington, someone like that. What do you think? Kind of like a facilitator more or more of a shooter? What do you think?
After seeing JJ. Well, do you think that's a bad thing? But then again, you have a defensive liability and of having Curry and Redick. Obviously, you wouldn't have them both on, but yeah. I don't like seeing that bench come and then it's just it's not good just having Milton run everything. And
I wouldn't mind getting a facilitator, plugging him in the starting lineup at the 1, moving Ben to the 3 so that he can guard, obviously
KD or Tatum.
Yeah, exactly. And having Danny at the 2, because Danny plays out of position right now. He's at the 3. That's not his position. He's a 2, and he's a floor spacer. So I would not mind that at all. Having Curry move to the bench. That's what I'm thinking now.
That'd be awesome. But then what would you give up?
Well, there you go. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be catered around compensation and cap fillers, as I call them. That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, that's all what I'm thinking at the moment. But yeah, no, thanks definitely for having me on, and
thank you for calling in and for supporting all the way from New Zealand, man. That's love, man.
All love.
Hey, thanks a lot, bro, and I hope to see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you a lot.
Always, will do.
Yes, sir. Shout out to David, man. Shout out to Kat. Great call earlier. Philly fan, says they literally tripled Shake because no one else can give you offense. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. We got Boogie, DeLon Wright, Ellington go cheap. Yeah. Philly fan says, agree, David Lopez. What did Dave say? Nobody wanted to hear this 2 months ago. We don't have to make trades. It's about playing together and sticking together. Yeah, we don't. Again, I just think we need someone to kind of fill out. And that's it. Like, if we go above and beyond, like, okay, I trust Daryl. At the end of the day, I'm trust. For once, it's crazy to hear from a Philly fan, but I'm trusting the ownership. I'm trusting, man. So let's go ahead and get let's see. Philly fan 11. What's good?
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's good?
All right. So what I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna start off on Embiid. So are we like trying to rest him for the playoffs, or are we gonna put him in soon?
Well, he's hurt.
Well, yeah.
And I think we're gonna wait for him to fully heal. I don't care when he comes back. I want him to rest for the playoffs, and I want him to be healthy because it's going to be huge.
You still think he's gonna win MVP though? Because I think Jock, I think he's in first for MVP.
I mean, LeBron's out now too. I don't know. It depends. Like maybe there's a different standard this season for the lesser games, but who knows? I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. I just want to win.
Oh, I feel you. So for the Lowry trade, if we ever happens, I don't think that would be like a good trade because his contract, it's basically like Al Horford's.
Wait,
Like,
say that again?
Lowry's contract, even if we trade him, that's exactly like Al Horford. It's just kind of a bad contract for a lot of money that we could usually use for good best, like more players that are, let's say, better or let's say a little bit down from them, but can gain more like power.
I mean, I would agree with you if you're saying that we're extending him for 2 years at $25 million a year, but right now he's on a 1-year expiring contract. It would just be about matching it, to be honest, but it would more so be about the extension and how much we'd have to pay, in my opinion.
Okay, but I would love to get Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, I would really like to get him. He's pretty elusive, but I don't know where we would put him. I don't think he would be starting. He might be though.
No, like again, like I said to begin the show, Bradley Beal's not coming to Philly. I don't even think he's getting traded. I don't think Zach LaVine's getting traded. Like, it's just not happening because if you get Bradley Beal, you got to give up Simmons or Toby, and that's not going to happen in my opinion.
Okay,
but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so what'd you say?
This is about the Eagles. Have you seen Kyle Pitts 446 40?
Yeah. I got some Eagles stuff coming soon. That's a whole different conversation. The Eagles are in an interesting predicament, man.
Yeah,
but
they are.
Pitts would be a good pick at 6. But
all right,
hey,
what were you gonna say?
Appreciate you coming on, my guy.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you for supporting, man. And we'll have some. What are you, Eagles and Sixers fan?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We'll definitely have some Eagle stuff soon, man.
Okay.
Appreciate you coming on, bro. Oh, 2 hours, and we got a bunch of people up in here, man. Just because I love you guys, I'll take like 2 more calls. I'll take like 2 more. Let's see. We got let's see, LV Mike. Mike, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What's going on, my guy?
Not much. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. So naturally Morey is doing his thing, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, you personally, what would you? Obviously, you said you'd rather have the extra pieces, the bench guys coming in, and it's who do you like? Do you really want to give up besides? I mean, I wouldn't give up Maxey because he has so much potential just as a scorer. It's just like when Joel gets hurt, Dwight comes in, he's killing it, right? Guys they need to build the rapport with each other, and Maxey, he doesn't get that much playing time, dude.
Yeah, the thing with Maxey, again, like you said, he has a bunch of potential. Doc takes time to work with these guys. It's all about, like, do you think the time to go and cash in is now? You know what I mean? Like, I think Maxey's going to have to be a guy you give up if you get a Lowry. Now, if you get one of these other role players, I don't think you're going to have to give up a Maxey. Maybe for Lonzo Ball, but other than that, I don't know. So it's really upon the person's opinion,
That's true. See, with Lonzo, I mean, is he asking too much? 20 million? I think so. So
way too much. Way too much. That's big baller, man.
Yeah. I can't stand his freaking dad, dude. Like he's like a Kardashian.
He is a Kardashian, and I don't want him in Philly. If I see him at the Wells Fargo, my God.
Like when they used to throw shit on the field in the old Veterans Stadium.
Exactly. Like yeah. And LeVar, the second he opens his mouth, I mean, he's not going to show up at the Wells Fargo.
Oh no, he'll probably somebody will jump him.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, appreciate you coming on, my guy. Yeah, I think Maxey might be included. What do you think? You think we'll throw in Maxey or Thibault? What do you want to happen? What do you think happens tomorrow?
I mean, we'd be so much like when our offense stops too much, right? It's either Ben holding it, kicking it out. It's either like last game it was Toby was taking it a lot, and they started messing up in the fourth quarter. That's when Ben started taking it over. We just need those guys to start swinging that shit on a 3-point line and catching and shooting. That's what all these players. That's what all these teams in the league are doing now.
Yeah.
We don't have that. We don't have that guy.
Yeah, it's a 3-point game, and we were one of the last teams in the league in terms of 3-pointers taken. We got it. That's what I'm saying. We got to let it fly, man. We got the right system to let it fly.
Hell yeah! Listen, I always think back to when Kawhi hit that 3 in the corner. We'd have been champions. We'd have been champions that year, right?
Oh man, yeah, dude, we definitely would have won that. We would have beat Milwaukee, and the Warriors were banged up. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, like if we get, like you said, JJ, hopefully he don't go to Brooklyn because that just sucked. We just get one or two decent shooters, and I think we could definitely win a chip this year. That's all I want.
Absolutely. And if JJ goes to Brooklyn, I'm telling you guys think he's washing everything? He will fit right in with Brooklyn. No doubt about it.
How much did JJ get a year?
Oh, it was like 13 maybe. With us, it was like 18. It was overpaid, but I still loved them. And now it's like 13 a year for 2 years. And I think it's
26 over 2 years.
Yeah, and 13 a year, I believe.
Okay.
But I think he's going to get bought out, and he's not going to be worth that much. So
hopefully he sprains his ankle or something. We get him cheap.
There you go. The Pelicans aren't going to keep him. I'll tell you that.
Dude, let's get Seth. Let's just let Seth stay behind a 3-point line and shoot. And
that's what I'm saying. Him and Danny, and we're good. They just got to knock down consistently. So,
listen. Last thing I'm gonna say is, I was hating on Tobias heavy last year.
Oh, so was I.
He stepped up crazy.
Yeah, I wonder why, right? I guess I had this little thing with Brett Brown. I mean, the guy sucked. Doc Rivers knows what he's doing. It happened not once but twice in LA.
Listen, I'm
in here.
I'm over here in Bethlehem, right? So he could coach Lehigh University.
There you go.
That's what Brett could be.
Absolutely, Brett Brown. Oh my God. Tobias has stepped up, and I think we know why. But
absolutely.
Hey, shout out to you for coming on, my guy. Appreciate you,
brother.
Thanks.
Have a good night, man.
Much love, man.
Do this update. I want to see this draft news tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right, brother. Good night.
We got let's see, David, my guy, coming in with a $5 donation. Dave was just on a little while ago. Thanks so much, bro. This is great conversating with you, my guy. Let's get a yes, sir, my guy. RB, respect and love. Shout out to you, Dave. Great dude. Glad I got to meet you, man. Shout out to everybody. The calls have been excellent, man. We'll do one more call, and then we'll get out of here. It's still got 250 in here, guys. Hit that little like and sub button. Helps out the channel more than you know. I think we're at like 299. So come on, let's push that to 300 likes, man. Shout out to everybody. And I appreciate everyone. So let's get one more call in here. We'll go with Garrett. Garrett, what's going on?
What's good, RD? How you doing?
What's up, my guy? How you doing?
I'm good. So here's the thing. I want to talk about all the trades. Obviously, I'm gonna stay away from Kyle Lowry a little bit. I'll talk about that a tiny bit later. But here are the trades that I want. DeLon Wright, that's one. Obviously, we need a good backup point guard. I want Wayne Ellington, because we need consistent shooting off the bench.
Right.
I would love to have George Hill because I'm pretty sure last year he led the league in 3-pointers. So another backup point guard.
46% from outside with Milwaukee.
Yeah, exactly. So we definitely need that. And then I want to try, if we can, to get a backup 4. I know you hate on the guy on the Kings. I can never pronounce his name. Yeah. I know you hate on him.
If you guys would accept Bielitsa, let me know in the chat. If you guys would accept this guy chose Sacramento over Philadelphia. No, he said he was coming to Philly, and then said, "Nah, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
Sacramento." Come on, bro.
Yeah, but hey, I'm willing to do anything to get rid of Mike Scott. I can't stand that man. I can't. So I'll do anything to get rid of him. But
I'll give him away.
Exactly. But yeah, those. I'm like, and Norman Powell, I think he could be excellent, even off the bench. I'm like, see, like with what you and Mike were saying, the guy before me, I'll take Lonzo Ball, but I just don't want to deal with his dad. That's just the main thing.
Yep.
I just don't want to deal with his dad.
Yep. And
But,
his dad's going to be talking about his payday. Like, all right, my son, I'm pretty sure the 20 million talk is coming right from his dad. Lonzo, he hasn't proved himself to be a $20 million player a year. I don't think he has.
The one more thing that I have to say, though, and you know this, and I'm pretty sure all the Sixer fans know this, we get clamped, we get destroyed by ex-Sixers. I'm calling it right now. If we trade Korkmaz, that man is going to light us up with whatever TVs are. I know for a fact he will score 25 plus points on us. It'll be in whatever team, if it's the Raptors. I just know for a fact Korkmaz would kill us if we trade him. But it's something we have to do, though.
That's the best take I heard the whole night. Like, I couldn't. Korkmaz is going to go to like the Memphis Grizzlies, and he's going to put up like 38 on us.
I won't be surprised if that were to happen.
Every single time. And speaking of ex-Sixers, I wish the Knicks had sucked, so that way we could have got Alec Burks back. You know,
I do miss Alec Burks, man. I miss
him a lot. That's a great take, though.
Other than that, I love what you're doing. I've been watching for a while. Keep it up, man. And like I said, you're one of the best Philly guys here, so it's just great to be around the Philly culture. I'm from New Jersey, but still a Philly fan and everything, so it's just great to just be around you guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate all the support, and thank you very much, man. Look forward to hearing from you soon, my guy. Appreciate you.
Oh, of course.
All right, guys. 2 hours, 10 minutes. Didn't expect that. Still 230 in here. Hit that like and sub, guys. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., 1 to 3, breaking down the trade deadline, breaking down news, reacting live to trades. Will we get something done in the last couple minutes? We will be talking about it tomorrow. Yeah, man. I don't know what else is like. We covered everything. Kyle Lowry, Norman Powell. If you guys missed it earlier, this will be up like as a rerun, so you can always look at it. Kyle Lowry, again, there is a restraint on how far we're willing to go. The Raptors are going to have to give in because they do not. They don't have any other choice. Like if they've lost 9 in a row, they lost to the Rockets. They're going to have to give him up. I mean, they're going to have to try to get rid of Powell. And I think the price is going to come down. I think it's going to be one of them last minute things. And I think Daryl is the guy to get it done. And I think we got to have confidence in him. Shout out to Birds Nation with the $5 donation. Appreciate it. My guy says one more for the road. Should we go one more for the road? Let me know in the chat. Shout out to Birds Nation, came on earlier, great supporter of the channel. Yeah, guys, look. What did I start off the stream by saying? We have to stop complaining and just wait. And no pun intended, guys, but we got to trust the process. Like, we got to wait. Nothing has been happening around the league. When something starts to go off, you gotta bet the Sixers are going to be up in there, man. Daryl Morey's not going to sit quiet at the deadline. He's not going to sit quiet at the deadline, man. Shout out to Rick Bennett, says great stream, and what great callers you were. Great. Every caller was great, man. I don't think there was anyone that like didn't know like what they were talking. I loved all the calls, man. Kat says, what did Kat say? Love the call-in show. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate you guys up in here, man. Shout out to all the Fire Take members. Let's get one more in here. Let's see. This guy's his camera on. Chuck Schaefer. Chuck,
there he is.
What's going on, Chuck? I saw that.
What's up? Big fan, man.
Appreciate you, man.
I work the night shift, so I watch every game that you Monday to Friday. That's I listen to you. You keep me going because my job be boring sometimes.
You got to tune into the picture stream.
I'm on my lunch break, but
that's awesome, man. Yes, sir. What do you got? Any final thoughts for us? Trade deadline. What do you think is going to happen?
I definitely think Daryl will do something. Gotta get rid of Mike Scott, Ferguson. I'm cool with getting rid of Maxey. I don't want to give up Thibault.
Nope, I agree.
And Thibault just. I feel like he's gonna get on eventually at 3. He's been knocking him down lately, and I just there's so much. I think there's a lot more upside with him than Maxey. Even though, and I just don't understand the whole. Maxey played a lot at the beginning of the year, and then out of nowhere, he just stopped getting the playing time.
Yeah, you know when it stopped, right? When Furkan came back, I was like, yo, like why'd you just stop giving minutes to Maxey and Isaiah Joe as well? I really like Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Paul Reed's getting. I mean, he killed in the G League.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with any of those players. I would really like Norman Powell. He's been having a hell of a year.
Yeah, he has 43% from behind the arc. So
it's crazy. Toronto does good with building their players.
Yep, they're in for a little retool here. So I think they're going to try to give up their guys, man, for the right price. So
I feel like all these free agents want to go to Miami, though, or not free agents, but all these potential trade targets all want to go to Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's see if they put some respect on our name, man. Again, we've been on top of the East the whole year, and I still feel like we don't get the respect we deserve. But it is what it is, man. We're just going to keep winning. We're going to keep winning ball games. So
I already said I don't even think. I mean, if we don't even make a move, I feel like we've been playing so good without Embiid and all. Our chemistry's there. Like I don't think it's the end of the world if we don't get rid of anybody.
Yeah.
And the whole Brooklyn thing, I just think it's crazy. Like with Kevin Durant, like I'd be pissed off if I was a Brooklyn fan. Like it's crazy. But Harden's like the captain of their team right now. Like.
Yeah,
everybody's talking trash about him, but he's the only one playing. Kevin Durant, MIA, Kyrie just doesn't want to be there. I feel like, and I think we're just clicking so good. I think it's going to be hard for them to stop us. But
I agree.
That's some
Chemistry
biasy.
is a thing, man, and I think the Sixers can. I think we can hang with anyone in the entire league. We beat Utah. We beat LA. We should have beat Milwaukee, and we could definitely go toe. We haven't played Brooklyn healthy because they keep ducking us, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here, man. So I can't wait to see what happens.
I call it now Sixers, Phoenix finals.
Sixers and the Suns in the finals. You heard it here first. Chuck Shaver saying Sixers and Suns. Let us know what you think in the chat. Chuck, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, have a good day at work, bro.
You too, man.
Appreciate it. Woo! All right, y'all. I think it's that time. 2 hours, 15 minutes. Shout out to everybody. We're here grinding. If you haven't yet, if you're in the chat and you haven't hit the like button, like what are you doing right now? Shout out to the 6 dislikes. Shout out to the haters, man. 300 likes in the chat. Guys, hit the like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me know when this uploads. Go back and watch the beginning. If you missed it, we talked a lot of good stuff. And if you guys like the call in, let me know, and we'll definitely do this again. So, hold up. We got my guy David here. What's up, David?
My boy, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I just got to say one more thing.
Say one
I'm
more
sorry.
thing. Take us
The
away.
only thing I got to say, Mike Scott, get him out of here.
Get him out of here, coach.
Get him out of here, bro. That's the only thing. I'm sorry, bro. Get him out of here.
Good.
Get him out of here.
There you go. Get Mike Scott out of here. Number one trade priority, man.
RB, respect my brother, man. I love you, bro. No homo. I love you, bro. Keep the energy, bro. Keep the streams, man. I'm grinding with you. I'm all the way with you, brother.
Yes, sir.
I love you. I love you, man.
Guy.
Thank you,
Shout out
brother.
to you, bro. Have a good night, man.
Yes, sir. Good night, bro.
Shout out to Dave. Shout out to all the members, guys. 50 Fire Take members. Appreciate you guys. And we're going to keep grinding, man. So shout out to everyone, guys. Again, 1, 2, 3 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. I know people coming in from a lot of different places. Shout out to Philly fans and SD. Great supporters. Been here the whole time. Tuis says, thanks for having me on the call. Hoping Miami and Philly face each other. Yes, sir. Rick Bennett, have a good night. Have a good night, my guy. And thank you guys for being here. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow afternoon, man. See if we can make a trade. Let's see what Daryl will do. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. I'll be on there talking about some stuff. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one, man. Peace.